zone. That's going to do it. The seconds count down. The Flin Flon Bombers, SJHL champions for the first time in 33 years.
Creighton Furniture Bomber Hockey is on the air.
I want everybody to know our players are so proud to be playing for our fans. Like, they love it. That is the biggest thing about being a Bomber.
Live from Summerside, Prince Edward Island, it's the National Championship, the Centennial Cup.
This is what we've been really working for and towards since day one.
Live and free on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Flin Flon won a goal by Sticky. Now they're on a beautiful feed, and Flin Flon is struck again as they score another absolute beauty.
Here with the call to action.
Back out front, nice pass, leads a jet goal! Power play goal! Joey Lee!
The voice of your Flin Flon Bombers.
Arbery slides up to check a back and Ruffin scores! Morozov again! He's got his second of the game! And it's another big goal for Flin Flon!
Mr. Rob Hart.
Alrighty, thank you very much, and welcome to beautiful Summerside, Prince Edward Island, and beautiful Credit Union Place. The Flin Flon Bombers, Longueuil College will get things going here in about 20 minutes' time. Of course, it's day 2. The Bombers didn't play on day number 1. Some entertaining hockey yesterday. That Canmore team looked very good, an impressive victory. And, of course, last night we saw Niverville knock off the host Summerside Capitals in a thriller in overtime. Marlon Edwards, the former Blizzard, had a couple of goals in that game as they took that one by a score of 5-4 in overtime. Bombers, Longueuil, Quebec, 2 teams that have been to the national championship on a few different occasions. As for the Bombers, it's their 4th time in history, just the 2nd time as a league champion. Of course, they were there. Amherst, which not very far from here, back in '93. They're here, of course, this time around after winning the SJHL, their first championship in 33 years. That impressive 4-game sweep against the Yorkton Terriers. And for Longueuil, Quebec, this is their 3rd appearance in the national championship in the last 5. They were also in Estevan back in 22 as well. Joined by the Flin Flon marketing man himself, Keith Yeager. And Keith, you were telling me as we're waiting to go on the air today that this is going to be like the 2nd game you've been able to watch all year because you're so busy.
Yes, it's very exciting for myself, actually, for sure. And what a first day to get to do a color commentator with a future Hall of Famer at a national championship. I am excited, can't wait. Bombers look great on the ice. Team looks sharp. You're watching them in warm-up here. There's a lot of iron being rung by the pucks going into the net, and they look ready to go.
You know, it's interesting because you think about these teams down east, and normally it's all offense. But this Longueuil team, they pride themselves on being good defensively. They gave up 103 goals in 48 games, 2nd in the entire CJHL. Only the Fort Francis Lakers of the SIJHL gave up less goals. And they had a pretty good, impressive playoff run. We talked about, of course, the Bombers, how they got here. The 4-game sweep of the Estevan Bruins, a very tough 7-game series win against Weyburn. Then the 4-game sweep of Yorkton. Longueuil lost 1 game in the entire playoffs. That was a double overtime game. So they went basically 12-1, just a 1 overtime loss. So it's going to be pretty interesting. We're looking at how the 2 teams match up. Size is obviously a big thing, Keith. The Longueuil team, not an overall big team.
No, you look at the Bombers' D-men, and the forwards on Longueuil are going to have a tough time in the corners. I think that we're going to bump them off a puck a lot. They're going to be, if we play our game where we grind it out, I think it's going to be a very, very tough game for the other team.
And we're wondering, though, the Bombers' physical play. How's it going to be officiated down here? Because they're going to be by far the most physical team in this tournament. Again, I watched, 2.5 games yesterday. I didn't see a lot of hits either way. Didn't see a lot of physical contact. Guys like Landon Alexander, guys like Rhett, you like to throw the body. How is that going to go in this tournament? Are they going to get a little bit of leverage to play the body freely like they do day in, day out of the SJHL?
Well, it's going to be interesting for sure to see how the refs call a lot of this stuff, because, there's a lot of times where players on our team are throwing clean hits, but because they're devastating hits, they seem to sometimes get penalties for them. So it'll be very, very interesting to watch our team in the corner to see whether they lay off a little bit after a little while or whether they're able to actually play their tough game and put a few guys into the boards real tough.
The first 5 minutes going to be real interesting. Flin Flon hasn't played a game in 15 days. And they've been down here. Of course, the team got here Tuesday. They've been practicing and kind of getting used to the facility, which is a very big facility, by the way. Very impressive. That, to me, is going to be interesting, Keith, just to see how the first 5 or 6 minutes go. Flin Flon not playing for 15 days. And again, will they be able to use that physical edge without going to the penalty box? I think if Flin Flon can do that, I think it's going to be a good recipe of success at this tournament. But again, a little bit different than playoffs. It's not a best of 7. You get one shot.
Yes, you get today's game, and whoever has, sometimes when it comes down to these kind of games, it's who's got the better goalie that day, and whether you get, and special teams for sure. So I think if we can play a lot of 5-on-5 today, I think we're going to be in really, really good shape. And of course, if we do have to do some PK, we got some great defensive guys. We got a great goalie on the back end, and Charlie. I think it's going to go very, very well that way. And certainly looking forward to it. The team, even though they've had 15 days off, are healthier than they've been all season. We have our full lineup in for like the first time since
we haven't had a full lineup all year because there's guys that got hurt right at the training camp.
Yeah, and then even when we did make the trade at the trade deadline and stuff, there's guys who hardly played together and stuff. So it's going to be exciting here. I'm really, really looking forward to it. We're only 17 minutes away from puck drop in Game 1 of the Centennial Cup.
You mentioned Charlie Tritt. He's up for the CJHL Goalie of the Year. He was, of course, rock solid, and Connor Miller won the SJHL MVP, but I'm sure Charlie was probably the second choice, both those guys. How about that trade for the Humboldt Broncos? You talk about how this team finally able to get over the hump and win their first league title in 33 years. That trade, a pivotal point of the year, Keith, bringing in Miller, bringing in Tritt, bringing in Knutson, all three very instrumental in helping the Bombers get to this big championship event here starting today.
Absolutely. They were huge. And what you can see when we did the Bomber Awards, that both Connor Miller and Charlie Tritt were voted for the MVP by the team. And it could have gone either way for the SJHL. Of course, when they're there, they only got to be able to pick one person, and usually most of the time that goes to the guy who's the leading scorer, and that was Connor Miller over the playoffs. I think they're going to be... The amazing part is you can watch our team, and sometimes Connor Miller is almost on the third or fourth line. That's how deep, and that's what I think is going to be very, very tough for other teams to compete against. Every team's got some top-end talent, but it's the depth down the lineup that I think is going to be really, really instrumental for the Bombers.
We'll see what happens. We're down here at the Summerside, the PEI. Of course, it is the first game for the Bombers and Longueuil here at the championship. We're going to take a break, come back. Oh, by the way, we want to thank, of course, Crate Furniture, all the sponsors that have been with us for years. Of course, some new ones that have jumped on to bring this great coverage from this big event. So big thanks to them. Without you, we're not here doing this here today. So we've got to thank Crate Furniture and everybody else, including Great North GM, who once again will be presenting our SPHL Coaching Show today. Mike Reagan will be our guest, and he's going to join us here momentarily. So we're about 15 minutes away from Puck Drop Bombers, Longueuil College, the beginning of the Centennial Cup, CFAR, and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Great North GM is one of the leading new and used vehicle dealers and Flin Flon Bombers supporters in northern Manitoba. Equipped with a highly trained and professional sales department, they also have multiple certified trained technicians on site to make sure you get the best service for your car, truck, or SUV at an amazing price. Visit Great North GM in Nepaul on La Rose Avenue today, because it's always a great day to cheer on our Bombers to go all the way in the Centennial Cup at Great North GM.
McDonald's and Flin Flon want to congratulate the Flin Flon Bombers on winning their first league championship in 33 years. They're celebrating with a great variety of cold beverages to enjoy all summer long, including the Blackberry Passion Fruit Refresher, Strawberry Watermelon Refresher, and the Mango Pineapple Refresher. Also want to try the new Cloud Iced Coffee, a new premium iced coffee finished with silky sweet cold foam instead of cream or milk. Enjoy all these new beverages at your local McDonald's all summer long. McDonald's wants to wish the Flin Flon Bombers the best of luck at this year's Centennial Cup in Summerside, PEI.
Bailey Homes are proud supporters of the Flin Flon Bombers on their journey to the Centennial Cup. With 15 years experience in the North, specializing in RTM homes and foundations, they're so thankful to Flin Flon and surrounding areas for supporting them all these years. Bailey Homes is always happy to chat with a potential customer to show what they can do for our community. Your trusted builder in the North? Visit bailey-homes.ca. Go Bombers, go!
Good afternoon, or I guess it's good morning to our big pregame show here. First, of course, for the Centennial Cup here at beautiful Summerside. Mike Reagan, the head coach of the Bombers, once again will join us here today. Mike, 15 days since you stepped on the ice. I know you've been here for the last few days, kind of getting used to the facility and just kind of walking through, getting ready, of course, for your first game. Must be happy just to finally get on the ice and start getting her done here.
Yeah, for sure, Hardy. I mean, it's been a very enjoyable 2 weeks here. Obviously, lots going on back home with the excitement of winning the championship, and very happy for our fans and Bomber Nation. But now we got to get back to work here, and the guys have had a couple good skates here the last 2 days. Pretty happy with what I've seen out of the guys, and it took 2 days basically to get here, but we're extremely excited about this opportunity.
You mentioned SJHL champions, Mike, a long time coming. Have you has it really had a chance to soak in yet? Because, like you said, once that wraps up, you're focusing and getting ready for this tournament. Has any of it soaked in at all, getting ready for the big stage here today?
I think a little bit, but I think it's going to come when the guys are gone and you have some time to just relax by yourself or with family or whatever. Probably going to really miss the guys at that point, but really cherish the memories that we've made here over the last 7 months, 8 months. But I think for us, winning a championship has been over the moon, a dream come true. But I also think that at some point you just got to snap back into reality here and understand that we've got another great opportunity ahead of us here. So, I think that the guys are excited about the moment. I think that they look dialed in. I think there'll be some jitters at the beginning, but once we get through, 3 or 4 shifts, I think we're going to be fine.
And like we've talked about a lot the last couple of days, Mike, this is the healthiest your team's been. I mean, you want to go to the national stage, you finally have a healthy lineup.
Yeah, I mean, that's been very exciting for us. At the same time, there's a lot of guys that have put in a lot of work here and deserve this opportunity. Every guy that's played for us this year, and now we've had to make some tough decisions. Even game 1 of this tournament, we're sitting here last night, just who are we going to take out? And we don't want to take this guy out. We don't want to take this guy out. And, it's really tough. And we'd like to have every guy in the lineup. And, so the decisions that we've made are going to change over the course of the tournament. And we're going to try to stay fresh as we can. I think that you'll see some other guys inserted into the lineup tomorrow, but we'll see. Just very proud of each and every one of these guys.
What's it like to prepare for an opponent, Mike, that you've never seen before?
Exciting. I think that it's different, and there's, completely different styles of hockey when you look at all the teams that we're going to play. Even watching the games yesterday, all 3 games were very different. And at different moments of the game, you could see, one team's style take over, and then it was like a chess match and going back and forth, or almost like a volleyball game, the ball going over the net both ways. And, I think for us, it's a good challenge here. Our staff's done a really good job at preparing the guys here. And like I said, it's one day at a time.
Well, and there's no question about it, Mike. Deserving to be here. Does this have a little bit of a different feel? In Estevan, you had a really good team, but you went in as the runner-up. Does this have a different feel winning the championship coming in?
100% it does, Hardy. I think, we're the lone SJHL representative here. We want to make not only Flin Flon proud, but we want to make the SJHL proud. So there is, a lot of pressure in this situation. I think when we went into Estevan, we more went into it with a chip on our shoulder that we wanted to prove to everybody that we weren't just a backdoor team there, and I thought we played really well there. I was very happy with our performance. I thought that we got robbed on that high stick goal in overtime, or else we would have been off to the semifinals, and then from there you never know. But we're excited about this opportunity and challenge, and I think that the big thing for us is getting off to a good start.
The nice thing about your team, Mike, it's regarded right around the world. It's a team that everybody, I think, wants to come and see and want to watch, and there's already a lot of hype about the Bombers being here. A lot of excitement about Flin Flon being in this tournament.
Yeah, even just talking to some locals and stuff like that, they know who we are, and kind of joke around with a few people there. I think they're intrigued to see what the Bombers are all about, So, yeah, it's great that we've got such a well-known hockey team, and it's something that we're proud of, and we talk about it all the time, that, the Flin Flon Bombers are so historic, and the tradition of the organization is huge, and you really get a sense of that when you're meeting people for the first time and, across the country that are familiar with our program.
It'll be interesting to me because you have these different teams coming in from these different leagues. The SJHL, we know, a very physical league. I watched the games yesterday as you did. Didn't see a ton of hitting. That might be one thing that might really be part of your forte. Mike, you might be, I would have to think, if not the most physical, one of the most physical teams in this tournament.
Oh, we'll definitely be the most physical. There's no question about that. Although I would say last night, Niverville against Summerside, it got physical at times. And obviously Manitoba plays a closer style of hockey that we do, but I've always noticed that the Maritimes are like that a little bit too. They got a lot of ex-major junior guys that obviously at that level you got to be physical, and that, so they do bring that gritty style of hockey here out in the Maritimes, and I think it's going to be interesting to see some of these teams how they handle our forecheck and the physicality.
Looking forward to it, Mike. Thanks for your time. Good luck today. Good luck throughout the tournament. It should be a lot of fun. Stage.
Thanks very much, Robert.
Mike Reagan, the head coach GM of the Bombers, once again here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Frontline Sport and Leisure are proud supporters of the Flin Flon Bombers, wishing them the best in the Centennial Cup. Frontline has the parts you're looking for to tackle our northern terrain, from quads to side-by-sides, and whatever you need to find the perfect off-road vehicle, visit them in person on Coronation Drive in Creighton or call 688-3333 to find your next ATV and Ranger, or cruise around the lake in style with a new boat and motor. Your future is riding on this at Frontline Sport and Leisure.
This broadcast is brought to you by Eldorado Gold Saskatchewan, formerly Foran Mining, now part of an even stronger Canadian headquartered mining company, expanding its presence at home. We're proud to continue advancing the McIlvania Bay project, less than an hour from Flin Flon and Creighton. McIlvania Bay is Saskatchewan's first copper mine in over 30 years and a federally recognized project of national significance. As we move towards production, we're building momentum and growing our team. As we near production, we're also investing in exploration to help bring Northeast Saskatchewan's next mining district to life. And we need your help. Apply today at foranmining.com/careers and go Bombers.
Chicken Chef are big supporters of the Flin Flon Bombers, even going as far as feeding the team. This means they understand what it takes to feed hungry guests. So let Chicken Chef take feeding everyone off your to-do list for those long overdue reunions, important sports team windups, and even your wedding. Chicken Chef supporting the Flin Flon Bombers at the Centennial Cup. Good luck, Bombers, from Chicken Chef.
And welcome back to Credit Union Place here in Summerside, PEI. The officials have made their way on the ice. They're rolling the red carpet out here. I think they're calling
players coming out for to represent them, and you can feel the energy, even though that it's not a packed arena, because of course it's a noon hour game, but you can feel the energy in the arena. You can feel the excitement. People are ready to go. Fans from both teams, and I can't wait it myself.
Let's just take a look at what happened on day number 1 here of the tournament yesterday. It was the Toronto Patriots, of course, one of the top-ranked teams in the country, knocked off Sudbury 8-3. That was a kind of a mismatch the first game. Pretty good game between Canmore, though, who knocked off Rockland 3-2. A lot of people say that Canmore could be the Bombers' biggest nemesis in this event. They look like they have a pretty strong program. And, of course, I mentioned the game last night. Marlon Edwards, a couple of goals, the overtime winner, the former Blizzard player. Gets the difference maker as the Niverville Nighthawks, the first ever MJHL championship. Not bad. They've only been in the league for 3 years. They knocked off the host Summerside team in overtime 5-4. So that's what's happened on day number 1. This will be the first game to start day number 2. We've also got, Canmore's going to play against Thunder Bay right after this one. Then tonight you're going to see Truro, who actually won the Maritime Hockey League. They'll take on Sudbury as well. So I'm interested to see that Truro team, because I thought Summerside looked really good last night, yet Truro beat them in 7 games, and one game 7 here with 3,500 people in the building.
I know. We walked around this arena here yesterday, and we heard some of the staff even under the building just saying this is an NHL arena, just on a smaller scale. It's an amazing facility. There's room everywhere when you walk around the concourse. The seats, every seat in the building is amazing. There's got skyboxes all over the place. They got a nice couple of sets of screens at the back of the arenas here for replays, and it's going to be exciting. We're getting ready for the pregame ceremony. Bombers are about to hit the ice here just a few seconds from now.
Yeah, Longueuil's been out here for a while, waiting for Flin Flon to kind of come out there. They got the big camera guy over there. Charlie Tritt has made his way over to the bench. A lot of Flin Flon people here. There's been George Trevor, of course, grew up in Flin Flon. He lives over in Charlottetown. He's a school teacher. He just came over to say hello, Robin Hill. And the one and only Johnny Dougal in the building here today. Best dressed guy there, Keith. Did you pick up on that?
I haven't actually had a chance to see him myself. I did hear that he is in the building. You can see Bomber fans all over in here.
Actually, he's down there with the team. Look at that.
Oh, well, there he is.
I told you, he don't need a press pass. He goes wherever he... Well, there he is.
There he is. Yes, he's checking to Charlie Tritt.
Johnny Dougal down at ice level with the team. Flin Flon's greatest ambassador, and here come the Bombers, and a good contingent of Bomber fans here as well. We mentioned, of course, some of the Flin Flon people that now live in the area. And they got a great contingent of fans over to our immediate right here where our broadcast location is today. And looking forward to puck drop coming up here in a couple of minutes, Keith. But Flin Flon will be well represented not only here today but throughout the tournament as well.
Yeah, it's been great. Like I was talking with Commissioner Kyle there just before the game here a few minutes ago, and he just talked about how the Bomber fans, they are the best traveling team in the SJHL. It doesn't matter where you go, there's a contingency of Bomber fans around. And road here in Summerside, PEI, it is no different.
So there is a presentation happening here of some type. What did you say they have the flag? Each team comes out with it's a puck drop, and they have the flags, like you said. How does this work?
Yeah, well, they got a flag bearer for each league.
Yeah, they do it before every game, I guess, right?
And look at that. We even have Yakimchuk wearing the C today.
Yes, because you can't have 4 assistant captains in this tournament.
Oh, so they had to name a C. Well, no more deserving anybody than Pierce Yakimchuk. He's been an amazing ambassador for the team all 3 years. You look at the awards he won this year for the team, and yeah, he's very deserving of the C.
Yeah, so that's one adjustment they had to make. And Pierce Yakimchuk will wear the C here for the tournament because, like we said, you can't have 4 assistant captains. So I think we're having... They're mentioning something here in the building. Everybody's rising.
We're getting ready for O Canada, I believe.
And momentarily we will. And of course, puck drop coming up here, like we mentioned, about a minute's time. And we'll have the anthem in English and French.
Yes, because we got a French team here we're playing today from Quebec. Should be exciting. Can't wait.
So we'll take a break here for the anthem, and then we'll be back here with puck drop momentarily. A nice job here by the lovely gal with the national anthem. We're a beautiful team. Canadian event, the Flin Flon Bombers. Longueuil, Quebec. It'll be their first ever meeting. Like we said, the Longueuil was in Estevan back in 2022, but they did not play in that tournament. We're going to get set for the opening day lineup here for the Flin Flon Bombers for Bailey Holmes. The Flin Flon Bombers, of course, Charlie Tritt will start. Like we said, the SJHL goalie of the year. Also ranked for the CJHL goalie of the year. Bombers will have on the back end to start things off here today, Ryder Knudsen, as well as Sam Ward. Ward, of course, didn't get back in the lineup until I think it was Game 7 of the Yorkton Series. He got hurt.
No, Game 4 of the...
Game 4 of the Yorkton Series. Yeah. So he got hurt in Game 2 of the Estevan Series. But he's out there to start things off on the back end here today, along with the former Humboldt Bronco, like we mentioned, and Ryder Knudsen. And the Bombers will start up front here today with Ewan, Stinton, and Alexander. So it'll be interesting to see Alexander right off the hop here to see what he does.
Here we go.
And we are underway here with the opening puck drop. Alexander will put the puck back inside the Flin Flon zone. Knudsen a big body check right away as he steps into Jerome. We'll try to do the best we can with these Quebec numbers. 2-on-1 for Flin Flon right off the hop. Wide stick across the line. Sitting in the middle of the ice. Sitting hangs on. Shoots it and the save made. A great opportunity for Flin Flon. 17 seconds in. Wyatt Stinton gets down the ice and gets a great opportunity. The starting netliner for Longueuil today, by the way, is Matthias Lacroix-Goulet, who was the top goalie in the Quebec League. Played 34 games this year.
Yes, and of those 34 games, he had 28 wins and a save percentage of 9.18.
How about that for a start for Flin Flon? And again, I think this game Flin Flon's going to have room to move. I don't think Quebec is a very over-physical team.
No, they look a lot smaller than our team, and I think we're going to have a lot of chance to move the puck around.
Bombers win the faceoff. Ward's shot got blocked. That'll be picked up in the corner here by Boliveau. Boliveau, he gets hit hard right away, so Flin Flon throwing the lumber on him. Ward can't keep the puck in. Quebec will get it ahead. Picked up at center ice. Here comes Rousseau. Rousseau to the front of the net. The puck will roll to Charlie Trent. He'll grab that and hang on. So there's 35 seconds gone in the opening period. Both teams have had a decent chance. A good breakout that time by Longueuil. As we'll get set for the face-off back inside the Flin Flon zone. Bombers switch things up as Demuka, Miller, and Seitz line. Leo Seitz, great to see him back in uniform. He missed a good chunk of time as well.
Yes, he missed most of the playoffs, actually.
Well, here comes the face-off to the right of Charlie Trent as Connor Miller will take the face-off here against Rousseau, who had that great opportunity moments ago. Off the face-off, Quebec will get it back to blue line. That's LeMay's shot. That goes wide. Picked up here by Miller. Miller will pick it up for Flin Flon. Tries to get outside the zone. Lost the handle. That'll hit a stick, go up over the glass and out of play. So Quebec not bad they've been able to grab a few pucks off Bomber sticks here.
Yes, they won that draw nice and cleanly back to their point man. They couldn't get a shot away because Leo Seitz got out to the point quickly to take away the shooting angle, and he had to put it wide. But so souvenir for the fans quickly, and we're back at her.
So Rousseau once again, actually, they're going to change the face-off here. Coventry is going to go in to take the draw here against Ryder Muka. The Bombers win the face-off. That Seitz up the boards. Can't get it out. Held in that time by Hash. That goes wide. Flin Flon will pick it up. They'll move it back to center ice. It's picked up by Miller. He'll chip it in. Hash will go back here for Longueuil. He'll pick up the puck back of his own net. Gets rid of it quickly. Swings that pass over to the left side to Berger. Big body check there. Flin Flon will throw it back inside the Longueuil zone. Here's the pass to Perron. Perron felt the footsteps coming. Stopped there. The puck does come out, though. Arbery has it. Feeds it back to center ice. That's picked up here. Oh, it gets away here from the Bombers, and Quebec will keep the puck in. That was knocked off the stick that time of Braden Bruce. Kind of got flat-footed there a little bit. Bruce will dig the puck free. Band on it. Puck will stay inside the Flin Flon zone. And Quebec behind the net. Chance in front here. They'll get it back to blue line. Picked up by LaSalle. That got blocked by Arbery. The Bomber bench will cheer that, but a good start here by Longueuil. Lees will flip that around the far boards. Puck still inside the Flin Flon zone. Yakimchuk can't get the puck out. Puck rolled back of the Flin Flon net. That's grabbed this time by Longueuil. Held in courtesy of Nozu. And goes to the side of the net where Trent will grab the puck and hang on. Flin Flon having a little bit of trouble inside their own zone to start the game here today, Keith.
Yes, they do look a little bit flat-footed here so far, but they haven't played in 15 days, so you got to give them just a little chance to get their wheels wet and get out onto the ice. But Quebec's been on them here for the first few minutes.
17:57 to go opening period. It's the first game of the tournament for both Flin Flon and Longueuil, first ever meeting. Although they were at the tournament together in Estevan, like we said, in 2022, but not play that year. Face off to the right of Charlie Trent. Off the draw, Knudsen has it for Flin Flon around the boards. Martin can't pitch it out. Quebec will hold it in. A good forecheck for them. As they'll get the puck in back of the Bomber net. That's Nosu. Knocked off his stick. Flin Flon back to center. They're looking for Lalamere, but it goes off his stick. Rolls inside the Longueuil zone. Picked up here by Dubois. Dubois. Back of the net. Gives way. Picked up this time by Melanson. Melanson gets it back across the Bomber line. Puck again will make its way to Trent. He'll quickly get rid of it. Here's Vachon for Flin Flon. Moves it ahead to Lalamere, who feeds it back to Delisle. I asked a few of the French guys on the Flin Flon team if they knew any of these guys that played for Longueuil. They said they know a few names, but no personal relationships whatsoever. Here's a quick pass. Longueuil back on the attack at center. That's picked up and flipped inside the Flin Flon zone. Courtesy that time of Rousseau, who's been a good player for Longueuil early. Alexander gets it back. Nice pass. Here's Rhett Ewan at center. Ewan will pick it up at center. Tap that one back in. LeMay back of the Longueuil net around the boards. You can see a lot of these Longueuil guys are looking before the Bombers come to see who's coming to throw the hit. Here's the pass, though. Drop back. Shot on net. Good save that time by Tritt as they get the pass back to blue line. Picked up that time by the D-man Poirier. And Poirier gets in and gets a quick chance and off the glove. I like Longueuil's breakout. It's looked good.
Yes, they have, but you can definitely see that they're taking a look. They can hear that there's guys coming after them along the boards, but they did get a good chance to get a shot away there. But Charlie Tritt, once again, right in great position, made a great save.
16:43 to go here in the opening period. No score. The Orland Motel shots are actually 2-1 in favor of Flin Flon. Of course, they had that great 2-on-1 by Wyatt Stitton, the best scoring chance of the game, just 17 seconds in. Here's Yakimchuk at his blue line. He'll regroup. Yakimchuk feeds it back to Seitz off his stick inside the Longueuil zone. Connor Miller, back of the Longueuil net, goes in there. Puck knocked away from him. There's a Perrant. Perrant will pick it up here for Longueuil. He stops inside his own zone. Feeds that one back to his defense partner. Grabbed that time by Poirier. Poirier to LeMay. Puck comes back to center. Seitz couldn't get a stick on it. Seitz will grab it again. Throws it inside the Longueuil zone. Seitz comes barreling down here on LeMay. We got a penalty in behind the play here. Going to go against Longueuil. Going to be a roughing penalty. And it's going to be handed out here to number 17, Matthew Derome. So we'll see that Flin Flon Bomber power play right off the hop here today. Keith Yeager.
Yeah, certainly the one thing you notice is that with the roughing call there is our guys, of course, when the SJHL, they don't wear the full mask like they do here in Quebec. And
all Eastern Canada's like that.
Yes, yeah, for sure. And they got the elbow up high, and he's going to the sin bin.
So here we go. Connor Miller will take the face-off. It's Alexander, Miller, Ewan, Arbery, and Knutson has got the puck. Arbery, the one-timer, and he drops one of the Longueuil players in front of that. What did he ever take down? Matthew Blanchette, pardon me. He nailed him with that shot. Flin Flon holds the line. Knutson will feed it over. Here's Miller. Here's a chance, and he ripped that one wide down low stick side. Held in at the left point that time by Arbery. Back of the goal for Alexander. Ewan was crossed up in front. Flin Flon thought they're going to get another penalty here. It's going to be a 5-on-3. As Alexander was dropped behind the net, so a great chance for the Bombers here, Keith Yeager. It is going to be a 5-on-3 on the Arctic Beverages power play.
You bet. The puck went right by Alexander. He didn't even
or is Brett Ewan getting the penalty? My mistake.
Oh, yes, that is not the way to pay.
I penalty on the trip, but no, it's a slash to Rhett Ewan.
I agree. I didn't see that.
No, so that will negate my mistake. It looked like they were calling the penalty. The Bomber fans thought that, too, as Alexander got tripped right in front of the net, but no. It's a slashing penalty against Rhett Ewan, so that will negate the Bomber power play, which lasted all of 25 seconds.
Yeah, well, they blew it down when Longueuil had the puck. It certainly appeared because the Bombers did not have control.
It didn't look like Tritt was going to the bench, too, did it not?
You know what? I didn't actually see that from this, and I was checking out the thing that was happening with Alexander, how he got hit and interfered.
So 4-on-4 hockey here for 1:35. Then Longueuil will get their first power play of the afternoon. Off the face-off, the Bombers will win the draw. There's Leo Seitz. Back of his own net to Fashon. Fashon. He'll take a look here, set things up back of the net. Fashon has got it. He'll take a look. That one hit a skate. Turnover, but Longueuil can't jump on it. Wyatt Stitton comes back inside his own zone, feeds it back to the net this time, picked up here by Knutson. Knutson swings the pass ahead. Fashon a little trouble handling it, but again, remember, Flin Flon hasn't been on the ice for 15 days. Great move here by Fashon across the line. Fashon walking in, shoots it, and a right toe save that time by Goulet. Great chance there. Knutson will hold the line, keeps it inside Longueuil territory. Knutson back of the Longueuil net. Trying to come out front, puck in the crease. They can't jam it free, and it's grabbed this time by Bolio, and he'll hang on to it. I think he thought his team was still killing a penalty, but it is 4-on-4. Longueuil will make changes. They've got new players on the ice. As the puck goes to Dubois, back of the Longueuil net. Dubois has it, 4-on-4 for their 28 seconds. Here's Dubois to his blue line. Drop that one back. Longueuil can't get up the ice. This is Perrant. Perrant forced back deep again. Good forechecking here by Reed Arbery. He'll throw it back of the goal, and that's where LeMay has it. Longueuil will be on the power play here in 10 seconds. Here's the pass up the right side. Knocked inside the Flin Flon zone by Gosselin, but he loses the handle right away. Here comes Reed Arbery to Joey Lees at center. Lees across the Longueuil line, dropped it back, nice pass, boom, yeah, a chance over top of the net. Good chance there for Flin Flon. Longueuil, though, a 3-on-1 as they throw it back up the middle. Picked up by Gosselin. Throws it out front. Lees intercepts, but gives it away at the blue line. Held in that time. Like I said, it's been a good forecheck here by Longueuil today. Jerome. Back out front to LeMay. Side of the net. They ripped it over top of the Bomber net. 4 seconds remaining in the power play. And it's starting to open up a little bit here after the first few minutes as teams start to get their feet under them a little bit.
Yeah, the 4-on-4 definitely gave some more open ice there. But the Bombers did really well. You can see that Longueuil had a very hard time getting up the ice. They got it down in our end finally there. Got one shot, but it was deflected over the glass.
13:41 remaining here in the opening period. Still no score. Longueuil on the power play for another 4 seconds. Face-off in the Flin Flon zone to the right of the Bomber netminder, Charlie Trent. Flin Flon wins another draw. Been very good in the face-offs here today, which was their bread and butter a lot in the playoffs as well.
Yeah, Connor Miller is one of our best, and we are.
There's another penalty being called here.
Yes.
A roughing call. Longueuil this time. Penalty, I believe, is going to go to Poirier, the defenseman. He hit somebody in behind the play, so we will get that second Flin Flon power play after all. So 13 and a half minutes to go opening period. Lots of penalties early. Are you surprised, Keith Yeager?
No, I'm not surprised. I figured it was going to be a physical game, especially from our team, and I'm not surprised that they're retaliating back and getting some roughing calls.
So Flin Flon 0 for 1, but remember their first power play was only 25 seconds. So it's a face-off here between Longueuil and Jerome as he'll line up against the Bombers' Miller, who wins another draw. Connor Miller on the face-off, sensational. Here's Sam Ward. Leaves it there for Miller. Top of the circle, a shot. That got blocked in front again. Flin Flon can't hold the line. It'll come back to center. Boy, Miller in a good spot there. Arbery, he's looked good early. Will drop the puck back inside the Flin Flon zone. Ward will pick it up back of his net. 1:40 to go in the Flin Flon power play. 13:07 in the scoreless opening period. Here comes Ward. The pass to Miller. They're offside. Alexander doesn't like the call, but he was a little bit extra anxious. And they'll blow that down here at the 1:32 to go. So we'll see if Flin Flon get a chance to set up in Longueuil's zone here and make something happen.
I think they're actually calling Miller offside for not accepting the pass before he went over the line, which that was tight. But
so maybe that's why Alexander was arguing it, because technically he wasn't offside.
Yeah, but when they're that tight, I guess you got to go with the linesman's call. They're supposed to be the professional guys on the ice, and you got to believe they made the right call. But we got another face-off, another chance here on the power play.
Longueuil wins this draw. Picked up at center ice here by Hash, and he'll fire that inside the Flin Flon zone. Also in there deep was Bolio, who's been one of the better Longueuil players here early. Flin Flon will get the puck in 1:18 to work with on the power play. Here's the pass to Seitz. Dropped it back to Fashon. Fashon at center had that good opportunity last time he was out there. Dumped it in. Picked up, though, and hammered right back down the ice. Nice job that time by Gosselin. Fashon will pick it up back in the Flin Flon net. Power play not been able to set up yet. 1 minute to go in the power play. 12 and a half to go in the period. Orland Motel shot clock is even at 3. Sights down the left wall inside Longueuil territory. Bombers got their fans with the Go Bomber Go chant going here. Sights back of the net. Throws it to the right point. Maverick Delisle has got it. He'd love to score, I'm sure, against these guys. Oh, puck to the point. It gets past Fashon. All the way down the ice it goes. 37 seconds remaining in the power play. And boy, a nice look at Longueuil all lining up at center ice here, Keith. Something maybe a little bit different we don't see from the SJ teams.
Yeah, they're lined up right across the red line trying to block the entry.
Here's a pass to Lees up front, deflected, great chance. Alexander off the right shoulder that time of Gosselin. What a save.
Great save.
Flin Flon will hold it in. Here's Knutson, walks in, shoots it, that got blocked by Bolio. Knutson will jump on the puck, he'll keep it in. 12 seconds remaining in the Flin Flon power play.
Coming. Another penalty coming. Give him the puck. Give him the puck.
Knutson's got the puck out front. Another penalty coming up against Longueuil.
Give him the puck.
Morozov. Morozov has it. Of course, had the 2 big goals in the series clincher against Yorkton. Here's Miller. Back to Lees. He wants the puck. Lees in the corner. Delayed penalty coming up here as Morozov loses the puck in the corner, and it'll be another power play for Flin Flon, their 3rd of the game. This is flashing. It's a high sticking penalty.
I've always wondered why when teams, it's one of my pet peeves, and obviously I'm not a coach, so I don't always get those things, but I always wonder why when there's a delayed penalty calling that they don't just take a shot on net, give the puck up, and get the 5-on-3, because now they're going right back to the power play for the full 2 minutes, but they probably could have had about a 15, 20-second 5-on-3.
Yeah, but they had all the pressure going there, though.
That's what I mean, but you throw her to the net, get her on the... That's just my opinion.
But you got to look at Longueuil was also blocking the middle of the ice here.
True.
And that's what they've been doing. I mean, they've been I mean, let's face it. I mean, we know that Flin Flon scouts the other teams. Will teams scout them as well? And Longueuil is trying to take the middle of the ice away from them. That's what they've done so far.
Yes, absolutely. The Bombers have had to keep it on the outside edge when they have had it in the zone for sure.
Jerome will take the face-off against Stinton. It's the third power play of the game already for Flin Flon. But again, the first power play for just joining us, only 25 seconds. Here's Ryder Muka back of the Longueuil net. They'll rip that around the boards. Maverick Delisle waits for it at the right point. Delisle has got it. He'll take a look. Swings that past the corner. Wyatt Stinton had that great chance right. I thought he'd be the Bombers' best scoring chance of the game. They've had a few others, but that was a really good one.
Yeah, his shot, he got the best shot away for sure.
He got in alone, right? Delisle forced to regroup in his own zone. A minute and a half to go in the power play. He'll let Fashon pick it up. And here comes the Bomber D-man. The only Flin Flon Bomber to dress in every single game this year, Xavier Fashon. Nuka takes a big hit. Some of the Quebec fans here enjoyed that. And the Bombers will get the puck deep inside the Longueuil zone. They're trying to dig it free. Stinton, Muka, and Morozov all in there. Fashon and Delisle waiting at the blue line, hoping a puck gets free. And nice job by Stinton to dig it free out of that mess. Back to Fashon. Delisle out front. Toe drag, shoot, save. Rebound out front. Bombers can't get to it. It's picked up by LeMay. The Longueuil D-man, he'll flip it down the ice. He saved a goal there. 52 seconds remaining in the Flin Flon power play. Midway point of the period. Still no score. Shots are 5-3 Longueuil. Here's the pass to Miller up the right side. He'll bring it in deep. Had a good body check. Alexander back of that. Feeds it back to Arbery at the point. Arbery breaks his stick. He'll kick it back in there. Flin Flon keeps it in. Rhett Ewan can't get to it back of the goal. There's Miller. His shot. Fired wide, low glove side. Bombers are after it. Alexander holds it in. 20 seconds to go in the power play. Alexander gets a return pass to the right corner. He'll flip that back with that around the boards. Miller waits for it on the left side.
They're sure collapsing.
Ward at the point. Top of the right circle. Here's Arbery. Ward again. Miller the shot. Blocked in front by Dubois. And you're right. They take away the whole front of the net there. Really tough to get pucks through at this current time.
Yeah, they're not... Like a lot of teams, you see them put a lot of pressure on the puck area. They're really not doing that. They're just staying in their box, holding it to the outside, and making the Bombers shoot from the outside. And when they have, they've actually blocked quite a few of those shots.
9:28 remaining here in the opening period. Still no score. Just 5 seconds remaining in the Flin Flon power play. In danger of going 0 for 3 here so far in the opening period. But again, a nice job by Longueuil to take away the whole front of the net there, Keith.
Yeah, they are for sure. We'll see what happens in the last 5 seconds. Really need to win this draw here on the power, so they get one more chance on the power play.
Seitz is out there, wins the draw, but Bruce can't hold it in. It gets past him. That'll do it for the power play. Flin Flon 0 for 3 in the game here today as Yakimchuk will go back and pick up the puck back of his own net. Here's Yakimchuk. Flin Flon 0 for 3 on the power play. We're down to, nice pass there to Seitz up the middle as he got the puck in deep. Picked up here by Hash. Around the boards. He's looking here for Provencher. He can't get out. Yakimchuk took it from him. Yakimchuk holds it in. They try to come back out front. Puck cleared off the glass, and Provencher will grab it. 3 Longueuil forwards get it to center ice. That's picked up by Dubois. Flips it on target. Blockered away that time by Tritt. Longueuil will get the puck again. Provencher back of the net. Gets a shot on net. Look out, puck is bouncing. Tritt gets tangled up in front. Big collision there as the Bombers will pick up the puck and they'll clear it out. Yakimchuk flipped it back inside the Longueuil zone, but Hash hit it with a high stick. Media timeout. We'll take a break. Still no score, but lots of opportunities. But a strong Longueuil defense. We'll talk a little bit more about that when we return here. It's a Centennial Cup from Summerside PEI on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
McMunn & Yates Building Supplies is proud to be supporting the Flin Flon Bombers. They know that the Bombers won't hold back and will make everyone proud in the Centennial Cup. And just like the Bombers, refuse to hold back on your spring projects. Find hot deals on everything you need to get started, from bold paints to new tools and flooring to a new toilet. Celebrate 55 years of business with the McMunn & Yates Big Anniversary Sales Event. And go Bombers go!
The Flin Flon Credit Union is a proud supporter of the Flin Flon Bombers and wishes them all the best at the Centennial Cup Championship. From buying your first home to reaching your investment goals or just finding what savings account is right for you, your credit union is there to help you succeed. Handle your banking right from the app or head on in and enjoy the personal service. Flin Flon Credit Union. Go Bombers, go!
And welcome back to Credit Union Place, Summerside PEI. 8.5 minutes remaining here in this scoreless opening period. Flin Flon 0 for 3 on the power play. We talk about Longueuil. Well, again, if you remember when we kicked off the broadcast tonight, they're known for their defensive play. Yeah, they gave up the second least amount of goals in the entire CJHL this year.
Yeah, their goal differential was 100 plus 136 this year.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess it's not a stranger that they're playing good defense. Oh, the face-off, a chance there from Orazov, and he'll fire that on target. Goulet the save. Shots are actually 7-4. Longueuil so far here in the opening period. I got to admit, Keith, they're maybe a little bit of a stronger team than I was expecting, but I guess
sorry, Rob. It's 7-3 for us.
Okay, so
we are the home team.
We are the home team. Yeah. I got mixed up because we're in the wrong broadcast booth today.
Yeah, we're in the visitor broadcast booth somehow.
Okay, so and it would make sense with Flin Flon's 3 power plays, right? So we'll check that 7-3 Flin Flon on the Orland Motel shot clock. Here's another opportunity for Joey Lee's back of the net. Back to Knutson. Ward, he found on that. That's why we got you here, Keith. You got to point out. You got to jump on stuff when things are happening.
Well, it's first day. We got to work out all the kinks here.
Puck comes back to center. That's intercepted by Knutson. He'll fire it right back in the Longueuil zone. Dubois will pick it up back of the net. And he'll let the forward come back and pick up the puck. That's Perrant. Back to Dubois. Back to Perrant at center, and he'll hammer it inside the Flin Flon zone. Vachon there for Flin Flon to be careful as that ended up redirecting actually off Melanson over the glass and out of play. And they're very deceptive. They don't send that forechecker in right away. They kind of wait to see where the puck is, Longueuil, and then all of a sudden, boom, they come in on you like Speedy Gonzalez.
Yes, they do got some quick forwards, that's for sure. You can see RD are doing a little bit of adjusting here to get ready for that because they're on you quickly. But the one thing our team should have a lot of strength, if they can keep the puck along the boards, we should be big enough and strong enough to be able to push them around and get the puck away back.
Face off inside the Flin Flon zone, the left of the goaltender, Charlie Tritz, 7:50 to go in this scoreless opening period. Flin Flon, Longueuil, Quebec. First game of the tournament for both teams. Back to LeMay at the blue line, and he quickly got rid of it. Bruce is after it. Along the boards, here comes Alexander, quickly passes it to Stinton at center. Wide Stinton will take off, he'll throw that puck in deep. Here comes Big Red Ewan, a big body check back of the net. He sized up his guy and hammered him back of the net, which is the defenseman Poirier, who wanted no part of Big Red Ewan, but Poirier does get the puck free. That's the only blemish I would say about Longueuil so far. They really do not they really seize up when there's a guy coming in to throw a body check on.
You can see right there.
And again, he just stopped again. Yep. Chaz comes right in front of the Bomber net. They don't want to get hit here at all.
No, our team is definitely putting the pressure on them, and they're feeling it.
Puck is flipped back to center. Jakubchuk's got it. He'll hammer it right back inside the Longueuil zone, and I think Flin Flon's picking up on this because they're throwing the body now a lot. Sights back to that, leaves it there. Grabbed by Muka, left point. Vachon, the one-timer! Redirected out front that time by Miller just wide. Vachon holds it in at the left point. Tries to throw that one through traffic. Ryder Muka looking for room in the corner. Ryder Muka to the front of the chance. Shot saved by Goulet. Rebound cleared outside the zone. Good chance for Ryder Muka as the puck is set back in the Flin Flon zone. And quickly back to get it, Mounier. Quick pass to Muka at center. Lost the handle. Intercepted. Oh, big body check there. Vachon. If we had a crunch in the game, that might be it. A big body check there. He steps into Tessier. Nice open ice check there as the puck is set back in the Flin Flon zone. Icing against Longueuil. And the Bombers starting to get a little bit more room because the physical play is getting up there.
I think they're getting their legs going here. They, of course, not having played in 15 games. It takes probably 3 or 4 shifts for you to finally start feeling like it's back to regular. And you can start to see it. You can definitely tell that Longueuil is hearing the footsteps when they're getting into the corners in their own end.
Face off back in Longueuil territory, 6:23 to go. Opening period, shots 9-3 Flin Flon. The Orland Motel shot clock as Delisle is getting set for the face-off against Tessier. Delisle, Martin, Lalamier, the forward group here for Flin Flon. Ward and Knutson on the back end. Face-off to the left of Goulet, one of the top goaltenders. We got 2 of the top netminders in the entire country going head-to-head here today. Blanchett gets rid of it quickly. Here's the quick pass. Gosselin across the Bomber line. Gosselin down the right side. Looked like he had Knutson beat, but Knutson reacted very well and took him to the outside. Lalamier will get it. Knutson takes a high stick in behind the play here. Bomber bench commenting about that to the referee. He missed it. Lalamier can't pick it up. Here's Bolio. Throws it back up the middle. Grabbed here by Gosselin. He'll go out for a change before flipping in the Flin Flon zone. There's Ward. Back around the boards for Jakubchuk. Less than 6 minutes to go. Pierce Jakubchuk to center. Barrels over his guy, but Longueuil gets the puck back to Russo. Russo across the Bomber line. Ran into by Ward. Puck is loose. Provencher can't grab it. Ward has it. Can't clear it out, though. Yakupchuk back inside his own zone. Back it out. A couple of Longueuil players tag team him. Lees tries to go in there and grab the puck as well as it's held up along the boards right behind the Flin Flon Bomber net. Finally comes free and grabbed here by Dupuis. A chance out front. Big save, Tritt. Flin Flon has the rebound. They'll send it out.
That was a great chance. Great save by Tritt.
It was. Here's Provinger. Ran out of room. Morozov came over, stripped it right off his stick. Feeds it back to Arbery. Flin Flon trying to get organized here at their blue line. Here's Yakupchuk at center. Sends it in. Goulet out of the Longueuil net. Missed it back of the net. Arbery on top of it. Morozov in the corner. Right point. There's a chance by Bruce. That one got blocked in front. Puck comes out. Flin Flon will dump it in, but they'll have to get outside the zone. That's picked up here by Beaulieu. Throws it back of the Longueuil net where it's picked up this time by Latoy. Latoy, he's bumped off the puck. Flin Flon at the right point. Bruce's long shot blocked in front. The puck bouncing around like a pinball right now. Ewan can't hold it in. Rhett Ewan back to center. Throws it back across the Longueuil line. Dubois intercepts, but turns it over to Fashon, who comes back and makes a nice play. Fashon's looked really good here for Flin Flon today.
He has, yep. Moving the puck very well out of their own end.
LeMay will hold the puck in, though. Longueuil, a chance, a backhander in front. Look out. Racing out to knock it down. Great defensive play by Fashon again. Alexander takes off up the right side, down the ice. Trying to throw that one back in front of it, hit a skate. Great job by Xavier Fashon. A tremendous defensive play here. Might be the best Bomber on the ice here in the opening period. Quebec looks tired right now.
They do. We're all over him.
Perrott will dump that one back. Here comes Tessier. Tessier. Up the ice, a chance, and he fired it wide.
Big hit from Landon Alexander.
White's getting back to Seitz. It's really opened up here. 3.5 minutes to go in the opening period. Leo Seitz back inside the Longueuil zone was by himself. Everybody else was changing. Miller can't hold it in. Ward knocked it down the blue line, but taken away here. Here comes Tessier. Tessier throws that one over to Gosselin. Gosselin back of the net, ran out of room. There's Miller. Back to Ryder Muke. Had a good chance the last time he was out there. Feeds it to Lalomere. Great pass. There's Miller at center. Flin Flon's got something going. Miller cutting down the ice inside Longueuil territory. Took a good bump that time in the corner by Hash. And now Lalomere drills him as the puck comes out front. They didn't like that hit by Lalomere. They're going after him in front of the Longueuil net. I thought it was such a heavy hit. I saw 7. I automatically assumed Alexander, but no, Lalomere. And I think he and one of the Longueuil players are going to go to the box for roughing, but they did not like that body check.
No, not at all. He came down there and forced him right off the puck with a big hit. And the Bombers seem to be getting more and more at that here lately. They're getting the puck in deep. You can see that Longueuil is actually just starting to throw the puck up the boards because they can hear the guys coming. They don't want to be involved with some of the hits. They're trying to get us back on our own end, but our boys are doing really great. And now we go to 4-on-4.
Yeah, Lalomere will take the penalty, and Blanchette will go for Longueuil. They were really going at each other in front of the Longueuil net after the body check. So the second time we've seen 4-on-4 here in the period. We get a face-off inside the Longueuil zone to the left of Goulet. Still no score. 10-5 the shots in Flin Flon's favor so far here today. Lees will take the face-off. As he'll line up here, it seems to be a bit of a referee having a conversation here with Ryder Knudsen.
Trying to get the penalties up on the score clock.
Oh, that's what the holdup is. So Lees, Arbery, Knudsen, and Fashon, who's been terrific for Flin Flon here so far today. Russo will take the face-off against Lees. Lees is going to get waved off. That's one thing about this tournament. They won't put up with guys moving early.
No, yeah, you can see that's twice we've already been warned. And this
you get kicked out right away. Longueuil wins the face-off, but unfortunately the big D-man, Beaulieu, falls down, but he gets back up. He's got the puck. Beaulieu will drop that one back. Oh, that was almost given away. Longueuil just gets it outside the zone down the ice. They say it hit somebody. Icing negated. And Knudsen will pick it up for Flin Flon back in his own net. Swings that pass up the middle. Puck bouncing there. Lees can't get a hold of it. Arbery goes back in his own zone. Feeds it back here to Fashon. Here's Fashon. Back to center ice. Picked up here by Lees. Lees dropped it back to blue line. Nobody there. Intercepted here by Russo, but he's by himself. Russo across the Bomber line. Used the D-man as a screen and fired it wide. Longueuil will hold it in. At the blue line, there's a long shot fired wide that time by Berger. Or maybe that's Berger. I would think maybe it being from Quebec. We'll go Berger for now. Flin Flon will slow things down a touch. Vachon sizing things up, and look out, Perrant races right in there after him. Forces Vachon to bring the puck up the ice. Here he is at center. Vachon will carry it in, a backhand pass. Yakimchuk gets a hold of it, shoots it, blocked in front. Morozov races over to keep it inside the zone, but he'll elect to bring it out. Morozov forced back to the Flin Flon blue line. Less than 2 minutes remaining in the opening period. No score here. Game 1 of the Centennial Cup. Two good defensive hockey teams. Sights to center. Goes it back to Yakimchuk. Yakimchuk feeds it back. Mounier, nice pass. Morozov, looked like he had a move there and it was knocked away. Yakimchuk, though, holds it in, brings the puck in deep back. The Bombers would love to get a goal here late in the opening period if they can. Longueuil gets the puck back, though. That's Perrant. Fanned on it, but got enough of it to get it ahead here to Dubois. Latoile at center. He's tied up here. Flin Flon again trying to dig the puck free. Ryder Muka in there. And he wins it. Muka, good puck battle there. Throws it back out front. Miller shoots it off the crossbar. Flin Flon that close to taking the lead. Longueuil back the other way. Latoile will dump it in with less than a minute to go in the period. Connor Miller a fraction of a way from getting the first goal at the Centennial Cup here for Flin Flon. And a great job by Ryder Muka to win that puck battle.
You bet. Yeah, you can see him come right across the line and hit the open man, Connor Miller, for the great chance.
Bombers will dump it back in, and Longueuil quickly clears it to center. That's picked up here by Vachon. Fanned on it. There's Lalamier, another body check as he's out of the box. LeMay will knock it down. 30 seconds to go in the period. Couple good chances for Flin Flon here in the opening period, but it remains scoreless. Provinger has it here for Longueuil as he throws it up the middle. Denis can't jump on it. Alexander back the other way. Here's the pass to Lalamier. Lalamier at center will duck it the rest of the way. Poirier looking around again. He does not like to be hit. Stetton will get it.
You can certainly see that they're just starting to dump the puck when they get along the boards.
They totally lost the puck because of that. There's a chance in front again for Flin Flon off a mask over top of the net that ended up catching Stetton out front. Redirected off his helmet over top of the net.
They're getting a call for a high. Oh, that's the end of the first. Oh,
no,
1.1
seconds to go. They got the gate open already. I guess they didn't anticipate that was going to get blown down the last second, but it hit wide. Stetton in the helmet standing in front of the net, redirected off him.
Yeah, somehow they called a high stick after that.
1.1 seconds to go. A face-off in the Longueuil zone to the left of the goaltender. Goulet. They'll load up the left side. Alexander, you and the two big boys, they're going to go to the front of that. We'll see if they can win the face-off and get a quick chance. They got Knutson right behind the centerman, Miller, but that's going to do it for the opening period here today. And Flin Flon's got to be pretty happy with the way that they played. I thought, for the most part, pretty good defensively, had some good looks, and hit a crossbar.
Yeah, Longueuil had two good chances, but of course both times there Charlie Tritt was there, but you could see in the second half of the period that the Bombers really started to pick up the play. The forecheck is definitely getting on the nerves of Longueuil. You can see that the forwards are now starting to put that pressure on. They're starting to cuff the puck up when they get in. You can see them take looks over both shoulders, and then they're starting to fire the puck around the boards.
We'll take a break. The opening intermission for the North of 53 Co-op coming up here today. Not much to talk about goals-wise. We'll come back and take a look at the other stats that did happen, and of course, we'll have our Crate Pizza player profile as well. Joey Lees will join us for that. Joey, obviously a 4-year Bomber, pretty pumped up and excited. I know they thought that team they put together 2 years ago with he and his brother Justin, one of the best teams on paper, did lose out, but not this time around. Bombers very impressive to picking up their first SJHL championship in 33 years, and got to feel good for all the guys, but in particular a 4-year player.
Oh, absolutely. For a 4-year player from home, I can't imagine how great it must have felt the other day when they had the celebration at the Whitney Forum when Joey got to carry the trophy out onto the ice in front of all the hometown fans. That was an exciting moment to be a part of for sure, and I can't imagine, and must have been amazing for them. It's so great for Joey, his brother is a great hockey player, and he's kind of always been behind him because it's kind of the way it works when you got an older brother. You're always kind of behind him, and for him to close the deal and get something done that his brother wasn't unable to, it must have been an absolute amazing feeling for him.
Anyway, we'll catch up with him and a whole bunch more coming up in the opening intermission, but a good start for Flin Flon. I mean, it's scoreless after one. And it is game number 1 for the Bombers in Longueuil, Quebec here at the Centennial Cup in Summerside, PEI.
Creighton Furniture and Appliance Center wish the Flin Flon Bombers luck in the Centennial Cup. Creighton Furniture has what you need to create the feel, function, and features you want in your home, including great prices on upright freezers, retro fridges, and furniture with the colors you've been dreaming of. So while the Bombers make a statement in the Centennial Cup, you can too by shopping at Creighton Furniture and Appliance Center on Main Street, Creighton. Go, Bombers, go! In 1927, Hudbay began and then grew with properties under exploration, development, and operation. Hudbay is proud to be a sponsor of this Flin Flon Bombers Centennial Cup broadcast. Through active participation, bursaries, and donations, Hudbay is proud to continue its 99-year history of supporting the community, its organizations, and its people. Hudbay wishes the best for the Bombers and their fans, built on the strengths of today and tomorrow. Go, Bombers, go!
The North of 53 Co-op is not just a building, card lock, or food store. They're a group of people working together to help their neighbors build our community. And they're proud supporters of the Flin Flon Bombers during their Centennial Cup run. The North of 53 Co-op is built by you and for you, and offers the products and services needed by us. That's why it's not just a catchphrase, it's a fact. At the North of 53 Co-op, you're at home there.
Alrighty, welcome back to Credit Union Place here at Summerside PEI. Of course, the Centennial Cup, the Flin Flon Bombers, Longueuil College. Scoreless after one period of play. The shots in Flin Flon's favor, 10-5, due in large part to 3 power plays in that opening period. Again, we thought Flin Flon would start off a little bit slow, not playing in 15 days, although they do get an outstanding chance. 17 seconds in from local product Wyatt Stitton. That would be amongst, I think Flin Flon had 3 or 4 glorious chances. That was certainly a good one. The crossbar by Connor Miller on the power play late in the period was another good one. But one thing's for sure, the more physical Flin Flon plays, the more opportunities they're going to get.
Yes, you can definitely see that. The first part of the game, the breakout looked pretty good for Longueuil. They were getting the puck out of their own end. In the last half of the period, their breakout was definitely not as clean at all. It took a few big hits. You could see on the last play there where Lumiere went in there, and he went in there with 3 guys and came out with the puck because just that guy didn't almost not wanting anything to do with how big the players are.
Couple of guys, they're stopping it. They're looking way before they ever want to go in a corner and grab a puck.
Well, and Wyatt Stinson isn't even one of the bigger players on our team, and that guy, he hit the brakes. He hit the brakes and actually let Wyatt get right by and take the puck from him.
And there was that turnover again at the end of the period there too, Keith. The body check, the guy didn't want to take the hit, and it came right back out front. So other than that, Longueuil's a nice team. They play some good systems, and like we said, are known for their defensive play, which again is a little bit strange for hockey out here. You take a look at teams like Toronto, Sudbury, Thunder Bay. All those teams are just kind of wheel and deal type. They love to score. They love to play that they love to really open it up. But Longueuil, a little bit of a different page out of the book, and that makes sense because defense wins championships. Look at what Melfort's been able to do the last couple of years, how good defensively they are. Flin Flon, the best defensive team in the SJHL this year, win. So Longueuil, a little bit different for an Eastern team, but defense does win. And we saw that on the one penalty kill. They just line up 4 guys at center ice. That's pretty tough to penetrate.
Yeah, and you're going to see that. I bet you, and they're having conversations in there right now. I bet you Mike's going over the power play because they're not putting the pressure. They're not coming out to the D men, making them move the puck. They're actually collapsing into the 4-man box like the old traditional style, so to speak. And it worked well for all 3 power plays so far that the Bombers had. They've shut them down. They didn't really get any. They've had better chances 5-on-5 than they have on the power play.
Well, we'll see what happens, but there's no score after 1. Again, the shots on the Orland Motel shot clock, 10-5 Flin Flon. Bombers 0 for 3 on the Arctic Beverages power play today, but have been able to kill off the one Longueuil power play. The Longueuil power play, I think, was like 35 seconds. Again, the first 2 power plays for each team today weren't very long, but Flin Flon did get a full 2 minutes on the second and third power plays this morning, I guess it is, in Manitoba.
Yes, they did, yeah, and but that's the hardest part about the time off. Like, you can get to the 5-on-5 play, the grind along the boards. It's not something that you miss. It's those clean, crisp passes on the power play that when you don't play for a while, those are the ones that make it tough. That's what I'm sure was the hardest part for the Bombers in the first period. But if they continue to play the way they are, I think they're going to draw more retaliation penalties because both of those penalties here in the period that they got the power play from were retaliation roughing penalties. I'm sure they're going to see some more of that, and if they can get a chance, I'm sure that the power play is going to come through.
And you did mention as well, Charlie Trick wasn't busy, but when he had to make a couple of big saves, he did.
He did. They had 2 great chances in the slot, and he made saves on both of those. Yeah, Longueuil at the very beginning had a couple of better chances, and I would say the last 7-8 minutes of the period they had that one chance, and other than that, the puck wasn't over in our end for very long for any sustained type of pressure. At the beginning, of the first 5 minutes of the game, they had a lot more going on.
All righty, so that's the story after one. Again, no score. Flin Flon doubling Longueuil in shots 10-5. We'll take another break. More of the opening intermission for the North of 53 Co-op coming up. And like we mentioned, Creighton Pizza player profile as well. Hometown product, Joey Lees, to join us on the broadcast momentarily. Here from Summerside on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
There are many ways for you to support our local SPCA. Adoption will allow you to feel the joy from an animal and serve as their forever home. Cash donations are always accepted, as well as donations of pet food, cat litter, and cleaning supplies like bleach, paper towels, and unscented wipes. Our SPCA receives no government funding and relies entirely on the donations of our community. To find the best way to offer support, visit Flin Flon Creighton and Area SPCA on Facebook. This message brought to you by Art O'Donnell in support of the SPCA and the SJHL champion Flin Flon Bombers.
The Orland Motel is happy to support this Bomber playoff broadcast, and they also have a wish for each of you to fall in love again with your home, whether rebuilding or settled in, to enjoy your community, take time with your neighbors, and celebrate your friends. The North is a beautiful and unique way of life with deep roots and simple pleasures. So enjoy. The Orland Motel, so proud to be part of our communities.
Go, Bomber, go! Creighton's Pizza excited about the summer and are very excited to take their tasty menu out to you. Be on the lookout for the Creighton's Pizza food truck and all their tasty menu items, including chicken souvlaki, smokies, flake broiled burgers, fries, poutine, and of course, pizza by the slice. The food truck will be showing up in random areas and all kinds of special events throughout the summer between 11 and 2. Creighton's Pizza providing quality food and service in northern Manitoba and Saskatchewan for decades, and want to wish the Flin Flon Bombers all the best at this year's Centennial Cup in Summerside, PEI.
Welcome to our first intermission. Our Creighton Pizza player profile, hometown product, Joey Lees will join us. Joe, the national stage, the Centennial Cup. I'm assuming you're pretty excited to finally get the tournament underway. You've been here for a few days now, kind of getting used to the community, getting used to the facilities, and must be happy to finally step on the ice.
Yeah, very excited. Obviously, been here for a couple of days, watched a couple of games, and really looking forward to this opportunity with this group of guys. And yeah, we're all pretty pumped in there.
I know I caught up with you a couple of days ago on social media there, Joe. You win the championship, 4 years for you, and basically from the championship right out here halfway across the country. Have you had a chance? Is any of this kind of sunk in yet?
I don't really think it has. I don't know when it will. Maybe in the midsummer when I'm really missing the game a lot and this group of guys, but I don't think it's really sunk in. But it does feel really good to be a champ and to do it for everyone that I've played with. And the last 4 years, we've had a couple good teams that just haven't been able to get the job done. To do it for everyone and family, friends, the whole community, it feels really good.
And obviously a new challenge now. You're going to go up against 9 other really good hockey teams. I mean, all these teams are here for a reason, just like you are. What's it like to get ready to play a team that you've never seen before?
I mean, they're going to be different. When we talked last time, I just said that we got to play our game and just play Bomber hockey and make teams adjust to us and not play to other teams, and play our game. And, yeah, I think we'll be good.
It's interesting, too, because it's a lot different than the playoffs. This is not a best of 7. I mean, it's one game really means a lot.
Yeah, I mean, mistakes got to be minimal. Got to minimize the lulls and just play our game and try not to get caught up in the big stage. And at the end of the day, it's just another hockey game with a little more on the line. But, yeah, we're all pretty pumped in there, and, yeah, looking forward to it.
Haven't played a game in 15 days, Joe. Does it feel like it?
Yeah, it's been a while for sure, but again, the adrenaline's been high. The practice has been really good the last couple days, and getting back in the mojo of things. And yeah, we're again super excited.
Well, I mean, you really should be. It's a great opportunity. You guys have certainly earned your way here. I'm thinking the first 4 or 5 minutes will be interesting, maybe to kind of get the jitters out a little bit, just kind of get used to being on a little bit of a bigger ice surface.
Yeah, I think the guys know that we haven't played in a while, so I think everyone's going to go out and look for a body in their first shift and just get that under them, and then I think from there we'll take over.
That's the one interesting thing, and I was chatting about this with your coach before the game. I think the Bombers are going to be the most physical team here. I mean, you probably watched a lot of the hockey here yesterday as well. Wasn't a ton of hitting, doesn't tend to be as big a part of the game in the eastern part of the country. That could really be the forte. You look at the other teams. Look at how you wore down Yorkton. Look how you wore down Weyburn, Estevan. Your physical play was a big part, I think, and you winning all three of those series.
Yeah, definitely. We know our strengths, and we play to them. And in this tournament, definitely a little different with it not being a series, just one and done sort of thing. Yeah, just period by period, play in our game. Talked about it the whole time, and we'll be good.
The nice thing is, Joe, finally a healthy unit. I mean, it's interesting. You finally get to the national stage. You haven't had a full lineup the entire year.
Yeah, it is actually pretty crazy to look around the room and be like, everyone's good to go. And you know what? It's nice inner competition for the guys to know that if they don't show up, then they're not going to be in the next night, right? So it's good for the young guys. It's good for everybody that we have a deep squad, and I know if someone gets hurt or whatever, we got a guy that can fill in their spot and comfortably.
Well, that's another one of the strengths of the team. There's no passengers on this team, Joe. I mean, you really have four lines you can put out there at any time. You've proven that. A great defense core, two great goalies. Is this as deep a team as you played on the 4 years you've been here?
Yeah, I mean, we've had some really good teams. Yeah, I'd say this is probably the team that can send any line out there against anybody, and we're confident in their ability to be in the D zone, and everyone's a threat. Everyone can score on this team. So, yeah, I would say that this is probably the deepest team I've been on.
Was there a point for you this year, Joe, where you thought it might be different? Because we know the Bombers, I mean, look at that team you were on 2 years ago. I mean, everybody expected that team to win. It didn't in the end. And, you know, they've been in the finals, I think, now 5 of the last 6 years. Was there a point for you this year where you thought, you know what, there might be a different outcome this time?
I mean, yeah. After the deadline, Regs did his job. He got 3 big pieces, and those guys are massive contributors to this run. And, yeah, we're super grateful for them. And we knew that, like I said, Regs did his job, and we just had to go and play and go get the job done. And at the end of the day, we did do that.
And they seem to fit in right away. I mean, it's one thing to be a good hockey player, but another thing to be a good team guy. And it seemed like the feeling I got, or the word that I got, was those guys came into the room and fit in right off the hop.
Yeah, right away. Those guys, we gelled with them pretty quick, and they knew that they came here for a championship, and we knew that that's what they were coming here for, and we just embraced them, and they embraced us. And, yeah, I love those guys. Can't say enough things about them, and super grateful for them.
As tough as the Weyburn series was, has that made a big difference, really pulling out a gutsy, hard-fought series win? Has that made you a better hockey team?
100%. I mean, going through some downs and having to battle back and respond, I think, was really important and showed this group a lot about resiliency and adversity. And, yeah, I think that whatever the scenario is, we believe in our ability to win the game.
We talk about the first couple of shifts being interesting. You're a team that likes to start quick. I think it was a good quick start again today. Always bodes well for you and your team, doesn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. We love it. We're excited, and yeah, just ready to get going.
Sounds good, Joe. Thanks for your time. Good luck against Longueuil today, and good luck throughout the tournament. Should be a lot of fun for you and your teammates.
Yeah, thank you very much.
They didn't win a lot of opening first period faceoffs. They get a chance off the hop, though. Perrant will get that puck inside the Flin Flon zone. That's swatted away from him.
Knutson after it, hit a body, comes out front. There's a chance on target that time by Delorme. And the glove save made that just took a funny hop and came right back out front. And Delorme jumped all over that.
Yeah, it went off one of the Longueuil players right to one of their other guys, and but Charlie Tritt was there. And nice little gesture from him going over to Knutson saying, no problem on the pass, we got this.
Just underway in the second period, 32 seconds gone. The face-off in the Flin Flon zone, the right of Charlie Tritt. Tessier to take the draw here against Connor Miller. And Miller, another face-off win. He doesn't lose many draws. It doesn't matter who he lines up against. Muka. Back to Miller. He'll take off quickly to center. And he'll flip the puck in and try to chase it down. Lots of room for Miller. Hit a crossbar back in the opening period. Gets it around to Bruce. Can he hold it in? Yes, he can. Back of the net it goes. Muka looking for a little bit of room. That's knocked away from him. And Longueuil will get it back to center. Yakimchuk there to cut that one off. Feeds it back to Bruce. Bruce over to Miller. His backhand pass looking for Muka. Intercepted. Sent back in the Flin Flon zone. Here's forecheck here by Longueuil. They get the puck at center. They'll play it ahead to Gosselin. He's across the bomber line. Made a good move. Throws it out front as he sends it over to his line mate Provencher, but he can't get the shot away. Puck laying back to the bomber net. Here's the pass to Muka. Up the board, looking for Miller. Provencher got a piece of him. Muka took it back from him. Here's a chance now for Seitz. Seitz coming in a backhander. Light left toe save that time by Goulet. Didn't get much on it. Puck then goes redirects off of Morozov into the Longueuil bench. And blown down a minute 31 into the second. Nice run to the net that time by Leo Seitz, but couldn't get enough wood on that right when he got in front of the net.
Yeah, he got her a little off the heel on the backhand there and couldn't quite get it upstairs where he wanted to go, but great chance nonetheless, and Bombers got a face-off in the Longueuil end.
Morozov leaves, and Arbery will go back to work here for Flin Flon. It's Ward and Knutson on the back end. The Bombers win the draw. Knutson will hold it in. Knocked down by Morozov. Tried to throw that one through traffic, but it got blocked. Of course, the last time Morozov stood up was a game he'll never forget. 2 goals in the big victory against York. The Bombers winning that first championship in 33 years. Daniel Morozov, 2 goals that game, who hadn't seen a lot of action with injuries as well. So this team been decimated. First time a full healthy lineup here, Keith, since training camp.
Yeah, really, they haven't. They've always had somebody out. Like we were talking earlier, Leo Seitz missed most of the playoffs. Sam Ward didn't come back until Game 4 of the finals. Just a lot of guys. Yeah, Joey Lees missed a bunch of the playoffs.
Lees will take the face-off right now. He'll line up here against Dupuis. Outside the Flin Flon Bomber blue line. Just underway the second period. The shots 11-6 Flin Flon. On the Orland Motel shot clock. Got a lot of school kids here making a lot of noise. I had those noise crackers they call, but they're having a good time today. As Flin Flon will ice the puck right off the face-off. Very similar to how the first period began, Keith. Not a lot of flow, a lot of stoppage to play early. But once the team started getting throwing the body and getting the skating going, we had some pretty good hockey there end-to-end in the opening period.
Yeah, the first couple of minutes here have been pretty choppy, the same as the first period started out. But we'll see now. We got a face-off in our own end, and we're going to Joey Lee's the big draw.
Melanson to take the draw here against Lees to the right of Charlie Tritt. And again, Melanson's moved early here. I wonder if they're going to let him stay in. It looks like they're going to. Longueuil wins the draw. Poirier at the blue line. That got blocked. Arbery. He picks it up for Flin Flon. Quickly gets Morozov away. Knocked away, though. Comes to the blue line, but Lee's there to grab it. Lee's from a sharp angle. Flips it out front. Morozov will get it in the corner. Arbery. Blue line. One-timer. Mounier. Right on target at Goulet. Kicked out the big left pad there. Good opportunity for the Bombers. Left side, Pashon, band on it, gets it back, puck comes in front, and Longueuil has it. They had a chance to get up the ice here, but couldn't get turned around. That's Dupuis. Throws it back in the Longueuil zone. Arbery forechecking. Morozov has it. He'll hammer it in for Maverick Delisle. Back of the Longueuil goal. Maverick Delisle will hang on to it, looking for someone to give it to. Works it back to Bruce at the right point. Bruce, tangled up in his skates, now he shoots it. Ends up hitting a stick in front of the Longueuil net. Never made it through to the goaltender Goulet. Flin Flon with some good pressure, though. The puck stays inside Longueuil territory. Lallemire is after it. Chases it down along the left-hand boards. Kicked it back to the goal for Martin, but intercepted here by Poirier. Flin Flon keeps it in. Bruce will hammer that over top of the net. Yakimchuk back to the net. Longueuil needs to get some fresh legs out there. Puck picked up by Melanson out front. He'll finally get it free. Moistu is after it. I thought that hit a high stick. It did, and they're going to blow it down. with 16:42 to go. That's why kind of everybody stopped on the ice as he reached up and definitely hit it with a high stick.
You can see the Bomber forecheck has started to take over here again in the last couple of minutes.
16:43 to go. Second period, still waiting for our first goal. First game of the day. Neither one of these teams played on opening day. But some great hockey yesterday, in particular the Niverville and Summerside game last night. Very good hockey game. Again, Marlon Edwards, the former Blizzard, with 2 goals, the overtime winner. Boy, would they love to have him back this year. But a big win for Niverville last night for the MJHL. Longueuil's got the puck at their blue line. They'll flip that up at the middle. Ewan blows the tire, gets that one ahead. Mounier will tap it back inside Longueuil territory. And racing back to get it is Berger. Berger tied up by Stitton back in the Longueuil net. Puck is worked free here by Hash. Hash lost the handle, but plenty of support. DeLorme is there. Feeds it back at Flin Flon territory, but Vachon back to grab the puck here for the Bombers. He's back in his own net. Had to be careful. Had a guy on him right away, but does a nice job to get rid of it. Mooney up the boards to Ewan. Here's the drop pass. Flin Flon looked like they're going to get free up the ice, but a nice job that time by Perrant. If Perrant doesn't knock that puck down, it's a 3-on-1. Here's Vachon. Lots of room for him. He'll take off the center. Vachon across the Longueuil zone. Flin Flon offside. Bernier back to Gosselin. Gosselin across the line. Gets tripped up here at the last second. Longueuil wanting a penalty.
I think Mounier got the puck first.
Alexander up the right side. He goes flying towards the front of the net. He's met with a body check by Berger. Puck will come out. Knudsen will hammer it right back inside the Longueuil zone. Gosselin, or Goulet, sorry, the Longueuil goaltender comes out. And he'll leave it back in the net this time for Latoy. Latoy being watched out front. 15-17 to play. Second period. Still no goals in the hockey game. One goal just might be enough with the way how good these two teams are defensively, as that puck was cleared high above the glass and out of play. 15-11 to go. Not a lot of open ice out there either way so far in this second period there, Keith Yeager.
Oh, yeah, both teams are really tying up the center of the ice. It's really tough to get any open ice and clean breakouts. Both teams are definitely getting in the way, playing a great defensive game.
So 15-11 to play in the period. The face-off outside, the Longueuil blue line. Miller right back out there again to take the draw here against Rousseau. Off the face-off, the puck will roll back in the Flin Flon zone. Knudsen had to be careful. Had a guy coming in on him. Kicks it to the corner. Leo sights off the glass. Puck comes to blue line. Held in. Look out. Puck sets out front. Goes off Knudsen wide. Rousseau along the boards. Flin Flon tried to get the puck out. Rousseau holds it in, but he turns it right over to Ryder Muka. Muka will take off at center. Muka flying down the ice inside the Longueuil zone. Stops. Center of the ice. A chance and redirected off Miller over top of the net and out. Boy, Ryder Muka, some tremendous looks here today. You might recall back in the opening period, he set up Miller. He worked at that puck out of the fray, and he creates the best scoring chance for Flin Flon so far in the second period.
Yes, both him and Miller have got a little chemistry going on here tonight. They're finding each other. Ryder Muka definitely has got his head on a swivel. He's found him twice here this afternoon.
Arbery, Morozov, and Lees back out there to go to work for Flin Flon, who always roll the 4 lines pretty quickly. Never want to have anybody tired on the ice, especially in a tournament like this with Ward and Knudsen on the back end. Off the faceoff, there's a chance for a Morozov, but that got blocked. And the puck is picked up here by Bolio. He'll get that to Latoy. He's across the Bomber line. Throws it back out front. Morozov's got it. Morozov will pick it up at center. Across the Longueuil line. Back to Lees. Back out front. They had Arbery set up with it. Good job by the Longueuil D-man to come back in and knock it away. A nice setup there, but
that was a great back check.
Longueuil got back in. You're right. Perfect back check. Got back in and got inside the lane and was able to knock it away. Arbery will hammer that one back inside the Longueuil zone. Picked up here by LeMay. Loses it at the blue line. Arbery holds it in. Backhander back in the goal for Lees. Morozov looking for some room as well. Tied up by LeMay. DeLorme grabbed it. Flipped it around the boards and it'll hit a stick and come out. And scooped up here inside the Flin Flon zone by Martin. Here's Bruce. Bruce to center. Will flip it in. 13:44 to go. Second period. Still no goals in this hockey game. Puck back in the Longueuil net. Lalimier cruising in there, but knocked away that time by Perrant. Perrant throws it to center. Grabbed by Yakimchuk. He'll send it back in. Goulet out of the net. Flin Flon converts on. Chance in front. The backhander fired wide by Delisle. One of the few times that there hasn't been a Longueuil player standing in front of their net. Puck will come back to center. DeLorme takes a good body check that time. The puck is flipped back inside Longueuil territory. And I'll tell you what, the D-man here looking pretty tired. That's LeMay. LeMay will get it back to the Flin Flon blue line. He wants to get off the ice in the worst way, but he can't. Flin Flon's got the puck. Alexander feeds it back across the Longueuil blue line, but coming back to intercept that time was Dupuis. Dupuis gets that up the left side. Here's Rosselin carrying the puck inside the Flin Flon zone. Spinning in the corner was Dupuis. Dupuis will work his way to the blue line. Lost the handle to Alexander. Here's Alexander to center. Flipped it along the boards. He'll race in. Alexander down the wing. Alexander back to the net. Knocked away by the last second that time by Dupuis. Puck the blue line. Held in by Fashad. The long shot. Got blocked. Never made it through to the goaltender, Goulet. Good work here by Stinton along the left-hand boards, deep inside Longueuil territory. Stinton trying to get room, trying to get away from Hash back to the net. Puck comes back out front. And the Longueuil team will flip the puck back to the Bomber blue line. Here's Knutson. Knutson. New kid center. Flip that one in, take your pick. Both Stinton and Seitz are racing to the front of that Longueuil net. Longueuil will clear it though. Gosselin picks it up at center. He's down the wing, made a good move, got him behind the D before Ward got back and took it away from him. Little shake and bake there. There's a big body check by Blanchette as he steps into Miller at the Longueuil blue line, and Longueuil will ice it. Flin Flon will get a face-off back inside Longueuil territory. 11:44 to go. Boy, you get the sense that maybe one goal today, Keith, might be enough either way, the way that this one's going.
Yes, the goalie's got to be feeling the pressure here because there's, in a 0-0 tie, we're over halfway, well, almost exactly halfway through the game. Big draw right here, right now, after the icing call and Longueuil's ends.
11:44 to go in the second period. Flin Flon holding Longueuil to 6 shots in the hockey game. 12-6 Flin Flon on the Orlad Motel shot clock here today. Connor Miller will get set for the face-off. Lines up here deep in Longueuil territory. There's Yakimchuk. Back of the goal from Miller, who had a crossbar, you might remember, back in the opening period today. Well, these kids are more focused on hitting each other with those noisemakers than actually banging them together. Having a great time in front of us here today. Meanwhile, Flin Flon's got a chance. Off the wall! There's a chance, and fired wide by Miller again. Here's Yakimchuk, weak shot fired on target. Goulet the save. And no rebound, and a great job by Longueuil to clear the front of the net. I don't think that there's been a rebound. There hasn't been a single rebound in this hockey game either way.
No, not at all. If there was a rebound, the goalie was able to just corral it right away, and there wasn't any player who's had any chance to get anywhere close to a secondary shot.
So far in the second period, the shots are actually 3-1 Flin Flon, and we're almost at the midway point of the period. That's how tight defensively it's been.
But the ice is starting to look a little bit tilted. The play has been in Longueuil's end a lot this second half of the period here.
Leaves to take the face-off here against Tessier inside the Longueuil zone. The left of the netminder, Goulet. Goulet, 28 wins in the regular season, like they mentioned. Of course, was a rock in the playoffs, and Charlie Fritt, a finalist for CJHL Goalie of the Year. He led the league in every category, wins, goals against, and save percentage. Hasn't had a lot of work today, but has been sharp when he's needed to be. So I don't know if I really call it a goaltender battle, but definitely tight defensively as that'll redirect off. Well, both goalies have played good, but just not the amount of shots I think they're used to seeing, right?
Yeah, both goalies have had to make saves at times, that's for sure. A little bit early for the song here.
What song is this? Oh, yeah, Sweet Caroline. Didn't recognize it for a minute, yeah. Maybe they're doing that. A lot of Bomber support behind that bench there, too. A lot of Bomber fans are back there.
You can hear the crowd come to life with this one.
Yeah, I didn't recognize it at the beginning, believe it or not. So focused in on what I'm doing here.
You bet. You got to be.
Yeah. Off the face-off, Lees is trying. He took a bit of a high stick there along the board. Puck will come to the blue line, held in by Knutson. There's a knuckleball. Ripped over top of the Longueuil net. Arbery. Back of the goal for Lees, and he'll rim it around the boards for Knutson. Knutson will pick it up. Knocked it down. Good play. Morozov has got it. Tries to get to the middle of the ice. Morozov hangs on. Bobbing and weaving. There's a chance. Save. There's a rebound in front. One of the first of the hockey game. Oh, that one goes wide. It's over skating at that time with Morozov.
Oh, power play.
Penalty coming up against Longueuil again as Bombers get some chances around the net. And look at that. He finally gets up a rebound and they almost score.
Yeah, and like we were saying there, the forecheck, they're getting on them, and we're getting some retaliation penalties just because they're feeling the pressure.
Holding is going to be the call here, and it's going to go against Tessier, I believe. No, sorry, Dubois. A Flin Flon power play, their fourth of the game, best power play in the regular season. Had some ups and downs in the playoffs, but they had a power play efficiency this year, Flin Flon, of about 24%, which is pretty effective.
Yeah, that's very similar to actually what Longueuil had on their power play as well.
Miller in there to take the draw. Of course, Joey Lees, the Bombers' top point producer of the power play, 14 goals this year, but Arbery and Miller, who are both out there, both had 7 power play goals apiece. Speaking of Arbery, he's got the puck right now at center. Inside Longueuil territory, throws it in for Big Red Ewan, looking to make his presence felt here today and in the tournament. Trying to come back over to Alexander. He got crossed up. Puck is intercepted, set the length of the ice. And Charlie Trent will stop this back of the net. A minute and a half to go in the power play, midway point of the period. And we're still scoreless. Ward, the pass to Miller. Miller at center. Miller's got it. Staccatos up the middle. Miller trying to get free. A chance, Steve. Loose puck in front. They can't jam it in. Alexander to the blue line. Flin Flon holds it. Here's Miller. Top of the circle. Toe drag shot. Kicked out that time by Goulet. And a rebound is set. Back down the ice. Big collision there. As Ward runs into Blanchette. Do you think there's going to be a penalty called there?
I thought Arbery was going to get called for interference on that one. I did.
58 seconds to go in the power play. Ward to start things off from square one, back of his own net. Swings the pass to Morozov. Morozov had it knocked away, but right back on Ward's stick. Ward had a couple power play goals in the first game of the playoffs against Estevan. For the longest time, there's only power play goals Flin Flon had up until late in the Weyburn series. Ward forced back in his own blue line again. Ward will take a look. There's a pass too far for Morozov. Icing called against Flin Flon. 34 seconds remaining in the power play. 9:13 to go in this scoreless hockey game. 9:13 here in the second period.
Auburn's got to find a way to get some pressure on the power play here.
They force back in their own zone for a face-off this time. Orland Motel shots, by the way, 16-6 in favor of Flin Flon. So it's now 6-1 in the Bombers' favor in the second. Denis to take the face-off here against Muka. Muka wins the draw cleanly. And Ward has got it. One last chance. 28 seconds to go. Ward will size it up back of his own net. Band on it. Gets it back. Swings that pass up the left side. Morozov. Puts it ahead. Oh, he looked like he had Muka in the clear there, but good play that time by Delorme to knock it away. And back down the ice it goes. 15 seconds remaining in the Flin Flon power play. Pashon is forced back there. He had Denis on top of him. Delisle will grab it. Going to have to hurry. 8 seconds to go. Delisle will drop it back to his blue line. Here comes Pashon to center. Pashon will skate it inside the... Oh, got a big body check that time as he gets stood up here by Berger. Biggest hit of the game by far for Longueuil. There's a chance for Flin Flon. They'll throw it in deep. Hit a body cheat back out front. Puck is bouncing in front of the Longueuil net. Finally, third penalty is over, by the way. And Flin Flon is 0 for 4 in the game today. Here's a drop pass to Denis. Walks in, chance, stick save, they rebound. Fritz got it. Couple good chances, and now we got one of the players dropped in front of the net. That was Berger. We'll see if there's any penalties. Media timeout, but boy, what a game here today. Still scoreless. Flin Flon and Longueuil. Centennial Cup will continue from Summerside PEI on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Frontline Sport and Leisure are proud supporters of the Flin Flon Bombers, wishing them the best in the Centennial Cup. Frontline has the parts you're looking for to tackle our northern terrain, from quads to side-by-sides, and whatever you need to find the perfect off-road vehicle. Visit them in person on Coronation Drive in Creighton or call 688-3333 to find your next ATV and Ranger, or cruise around the lake in style with a new boat and motor. Your future is riding on this at Frontline Sport and Leisure.
Bailey Homes are proud supporters of the Flin Flon Bombers on their journey to the Centennial Cup. With 15 years experience in the North, specializing in RTM homes and foundations, they're so thankful to Flin Flon and surrounding areas for supporting them all these years. Bailey Homes is always happy to chat with a potential customer to show what they can do for our community. Your trusted builder in the North? Visit bailey-homes.ca. Go Bombers, go!
And welcome back to Credit Union Place here in Summerside, PEI. Rob Hart, Keith Yeager on the call here today. And still waiting for our first goal of this hockey game. 8:14 to go, still scoreless. Flin Flon out shooting Longueuil 16-7 on the Orland Motel shot clock. But if faceoffs in Flin Flon territory, Dumas will get that across. There's a hard streamer that time, ripped wide by Latoy. Longueuil with a couple of chances after killing off that Bomber penalty. Longueuil's penalty kill's been really good today.
Really good.
Provencher back to the net. Bruce has got his guy lined up. Provencher will take it free, though. Provencher out in the corner. Latoy at the point. There's a shot. He'll rip it wide again. Here's Seitz. He's got Martin behind the knee. Martin, oh, he gets behind the knee and misses the pass. It rolls right to the Longueuil net. Goulet will make the save. 7:45 to go, and I was thinking, Keith, as we're in the timeout there, I think it might be an ugly goal that wins this game today. I think that you're going to see maybe a weird deflection or something strange with the way how tight these two teams are defensively.
It certainly doesn't look like you're going to get something pretty where you get a great breakout into a 2-on-1 with a nice pass and a one-timer. That's for sure.
I could be wrong, but that's just kind of the sense I'm getting.
I agree. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be a nice goal like that. I think it's going to be one where the defense goes to the point man. He just tries to keep the puck in by throwing it to the net, goes off somebody, or a nice deflection. It's good. It's tough moving out there.
7:45 to go. Face off in the Longueuil zone to the right of Goulet. They're going to go with the Ewan, Stitton, and Alexander line here this time. Knutson and Ward on the back end. Flin Flon will flip that puck inside the Longueuil zone. Grab chance here. Opportunity for Stitton, knocked off his stick at the last second. Longueuil the other way. This is Perrant. Top of the left circle. Hang on. Throws it out front. He had a guy back door, and he just missed the pass. Longueuil wanting a penalty again as the forward was interfered with in front of that, but it looked like a good hard hit again. They're not used to seeing a lot of this physical contact. There's a shot from the blue line by Dubois, and that's blocked that time by Rhett Ewan over the glass and out of play. You can tell every time there's a big hit, Longueuil always looking for the call, not used to its physical play.
No, you can see they're getting frustrated.
They're not happy with Stitton. Is Stitton taking a penalty?
Somebody got a 10.
I think he and the other guy are going. I think he and maybe DeLorme are going to go.
Yes?
No, there's a guy from Longueuil that's going. They were tussling up behind the net there. Oh, a misconduct here for Stitton, like you mentioned. But I thought he was signaling a guy from Longueuil as well.
No, just a straight 10.
No, 2 minutes is up there. Is that the only penalty?
2, yeah.
I thought both guys were going to go there.
Oh, just the way the ref was acting. It looked like
he was looking back and signaling something. Anyway, looks like a Longueuil power play, which will be just their second of the day. And remember, their first power play game was only like 25 seconds.
It was a short one.
We'll see what they can do. Flin Flon getting set for their first penalty kill here today. Or second penalty kill, but the first that might be a full 2 minutes. Barring another call, of course. There's a chance in front. Puck will come right to the blue line. Knocked down here by Dubois. In the corner, back to Dubois again at the point. Dubois got it along the left boards. Dubois, top of the circle, Perrant. Back to the goal that goes for Perchette. Back out to Perrant. Dubois can't hold it in. Puck will come out. Then he'll flip it ahead where Rousseau comes back and feeds it back to Provencher. Now Perrant will take it. Perrant across the line, flipped it back out front. There's a chance out for Rousseau off the side of the Flin Flon goal. Rousseau will get his own rebound in the corner, looking for someone to give it to. Dropped it back along the right-hand boards. Rousseau gets it again. Dubois got the stick cocked. They come out front, off the post and in. It's a power play goal. Redirected in. And Longueuil will score. And I have a feeling that she might be a Longueuil fan in front of us.
It looks like there's a few of them out right in front of us here, yeah.
Beaulieu will get the goal on the redirection. And look out, they will take the 1-0 lead at the 13:39 mark. And I told you it wasn't going to be a clean shot. Redirected out front off the bar and in. It looked like it caught its spot, but just rolled across the goal line there, Keith.
Yeah, it was a nice tip. They set her up along the outside. You can certainly see the difference in the 2 penalty kills. Our guys were putting the pressure. They managed to get one shot through. Nice deflection by their team. They're up 1-0, but long way to go in the game yet.
Beaulieu will get obviously his first of the tournament, and it's a 1-0 Longueuil lead. They got some of their fans here that are very excited. Probably doing a little bit more cheering than they did in the Montreal-Buffalo game a couple nights ago. That didn't go well. As the puck is set back inside the Flin Flon zone, there's Bruce. He takes a good body check as well. Yakimchuk back to that, trying to feed it back out front. This is kind of spark Longueuil. They come flying in after the goal and get the puck back inside the Flin Flon zone. Bruce comes back, throws a bit of a bump on the boards as well. Puck is dug free here by Bruce. Band on it, couldn't get it out. Delisle does though. Cut off just outside the Bomber blue line by LeMay, and he'll send it back in. So Longueuil has hit the sheet on a power play goal. They lead it 1-0. Here's Bruce. Up the right boards, couldn't get it through to Delisle. Knocked away at center, set back inside the Flin Flon zone. Yakupchuk is there. We'll see we get the assist on this goal as well as Martin has it. Here's a stretch pass. Lalamier down the wing. Lalamier walked in. He ripped it over top of that. A good chance there for Flin Flon. Russo will get one of the assists. There was a second one. And we'll try to get that one for you, but a 1-0 Longueuil lead on a power play goal. We're saying Labossiere as well. So a 1-0 Longueuil lead, the power play goal with 5 minutes to go in this second period. Longueuil has the puck up the middle, comes back to Russo. He'll drop that one back, a backhander. Fired wide that time by Dupuis. Arbery in the corner, knocks his guy down. Hit. Great job that time by Reed Arbery, and he'll pick up the puck, and away he goes. Throws it in for Morozov. It hits somebody, icing the gate. A good call that time by the official. Morozov can't work it out front, though. Bashan will pinch at the blue line. Can he hold it in? No, he can't. There's a pass to Delorme. Down the wing. Throws it out front. Oh, he had Denise skating to the front. That just redirected off the tip of his stick. And the big body check there on Arbery. When he gets it to Knudsen. Finds it over to Morozov, but offside. Blown down, 4:18 to go. And holy cow, this Longueuil team, some big body checks.
They have. For a team that we thought was a lot smaller than the Bomber team, they've thrown a couple of huge hits here in the second half of the period.
1-0 they lead, and a power play goal here. The difference so far by Bolio, his first of the tournament. And Flin Flon trailing 1-0 so far here with 4:18 to go in this second period. We've had a hard time getting good offensive chances, but like we said, this Longueuil team gave up the second least amount of goals in the entire CJHL this year. They're good defensively, and they're showing it here today. Here's the pass now to Latoy. It's that in for Delorme. Delorme's been all over the ice here for Longueuil here in the second period. He's been probably their best player. Knudsen back of the net. He'll hang on to it. Shots, by the way, are still 60-8 Flin Flon, so Longueuil able to capitalize. Here's a chance now. Miller takes a high stick here. He's across the line. They missed a lot of the high sticking calls. You notice that?
Yep, they missed that one too, yep.
Knudsen can't hold it in. Puck will come out. Now he'll get a hold of it. He'll flip it back in. The Longueuil goaltender, Goulet, will grab that, and he'll flip it back of his own net. And that's scooped up here by LeMay, but stolen here by Ewan, but Longueuil gets it back. Up the ice they come. Center ice, there's a rush that time for Perrant. Knocked away by Rhett Ewan, but Rousselot took it from him. Rousselot takes a look. He's going to stick at him now all by himself. Rousselot, a nice move across the Bomber line. He'll hang on to it. Team was changing. He did all he could by himself. Looked pretty good there for a couple of seconds. Finally, the number game caught up with him. Rhett Ewan will pick it up. He'll flip that back inside Longueuil territory. Bombers want to make changes. They're offside anyway. Puck will roll back to the Longueuil net. Picked up this time by Poirier. Poirier has the puck back of the goal. Up the boards for Bolio, who's got the power play goal today. Sends it inside the Flin Flon zone. Provencher will race in after it. Staten takes a body check. Puck laying there, grabbed by Bruce. Up the boards, Lalamier, who had a chance earlier. He'll get a hold of it. He'll dump it in and try to chase it down. Puck rolls back. That Flin Flon was changing. He was all by himself. Held in by Martin. Chance down for Maverick. Delisle. Martin. What's it? Shoots. Big toe save that time by Goulet. And the rebound down the ice. What a chance there for Jack Martin. Their best chance of the period.
Came right out of the corner. They had a great chance.
Delisle will take off. Delisle dropped it back. Lalamier. Delisle the redirection. And Goulet got the right pad down there. Good goaltending here for the Quebec netminder in the second period. Mounier throws it in. 2 minutes to go in the second period. A 1-0 Longueuil lead. Goaltender looking good right now. Puck flip back in the Flin Flon zone. Mounier there to get a hold of it. This line's been great. Delisle, Martin. Morozov's jumped out there with him now. And the puck will roll back to the Bomber net. Thinking of Martin. He's got the puck. Played it ahead nicely to Morozov at center. Morozov looking for some room and knocked away right away by Delorme. Delorme fanned on it, gets it back. Gosselin a shot across the line. A shot right on. Trent stopped that. Rebound picked up by Mounier. Can't clear it out. Longueuil holds it in. 1:24 to go in the period. Chance again. Over top of the net. Opportunity that time for Tessier. Here comes Arbery. Flin Flon trying to get back in this game. Arbery dropped it back. Morozov overskates it. And Longueuil will bring it back up the ice, led by Perrant. Perrant throws it in deep. Into the corner for Blanchette. He took a body check, but Blanchette comes up with the puck. Longueuil holds the line. Latoy's shot. Rolls back to the Bomber net. Good pressure by Longueuil here in the late stages of this opening period. They've got a power play goal, tried to build on it. Puck back to the Bomber net. Jakubchuk knocks his guy to the ice. Puck, I believe, is underneath him. Play continues, though. You can hear the Longueuil bench yelling for a stoppage, but puck comes out. And they'll work it back out front. Lee's after it. Can he poke it out? Lost it to Latoy. Knutson back to that. 28 seconds to go. Knutson takes the body check, but keeps the puck. Around the boards it goes for Lees. Back to the goal for Knutson. Football looks tired here, Keith.
They do. They've been pinned in their own end here for a little bit.
Knutson in particular looks gassed. Could hardly even get any wood on the stick here. Puck flip to the blue line. Latoy has it. Traffic. Glove save made. And boy, that's a big stop there with 9 seconds to go. A couple Bombers absolutely gassed here. Jakubchuk having a talk with the official about something, but boy, Longueuil, the big power play goal, and looking pretty good here, the dying stages of this second period.
Yes, they've definitely had carried some momentum and got some jump into their skates since that goal, for sure.
9.9 seconds to go on the clock. Second period, a 1-0 Longueuil lead, a power play marker by Bolio. The only goal here so far. Roslow out there. Flin Flon wins the face-off. Nice job by Fashad. 6 seconds to go. We'll see what he can do. He's going to regroup in his own zone because Bolio's whacking at him. And that's going to do it for the second period. Not a lot of great offensive chances for Longueuil in the game, but they make the most of the power play. And especially teams, Keith, we know how big of a part that is at hockey games.
Well, we called that at the beginning of the game, that it just might come down to special teams. And right now, so far, they're winning the special team battle. They've been able to stop all 4 power plays from the Bombers and get 1 power play goal for themselves.
We'll take a break. The second intermission show for the co-op coming up. We'll come back. We'll take a look at that Northland Fort second period scoring summary. We'll also have a conversation here today with a member of the host committee, Tanner Dorian, doing a wonderful job here. He'll join us in the second intermission as well. McDonald's out of town scoreboard. We'll try to update what we can with that. But we'll take a quick break. Northland Fort scoring summary next as we get set for the second intermission for the co-op here today. Longueuil, a 1-0 lead, a power play goal. The difference right now from Summerside on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Twin Motors knows the Bombers will make us proud during the Centennial Cup. At Twin Motors, customer satisfaction is their top priority because Twin Motors takes the time to learn what you want and offers advice that reflects that understanding. Experience the best Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram service you've ever had in a no-hassle atmosphere. Stop by and you'll see the difference good service can make. Visit Twin Motors today and go Bombers go!
Arctic Beverages and Gatorade Water are proud to be part of supporting our Flin Flon Bombers in Summerside, PEI for the 2026 Centennial Cup. And whether you're in competitive hockey or you're a weekend walker, hiker, or even cyclist, hydration is key. And Gatorade Water has no sugary or salty taste, and it's infused with electrolytes. Gatorade Water and Arctic Beverages, supporting our hometown Flin Flon Bombers at the Centennial Cup. Go Bombers, go. Insurance matters, and so does where you get it. And Flin Flon Insurance, proudly serving Manitoba and Saskatchewan, will help you select the perfect policy, not only for your home and vehicle, but for your business, travel, and health needs. And as a locally owned insurance option, Flin Flon Insurance is so very proud to be part of this Centennial Cup Bomber broadcast. They congratulate the Bombers on being at the Centennial Cup and wish them the best of luck.
It's Wednesday night here. I know I don't have the cachet of Saturday night. Even Thursday is bragging about being Friday Eve, and Monday has a whole villain vibe. But now I've got something to stand out with Wild Wing Wednesday at Chicken Chef. 50 cents a wing from 7 to 10. Wednesday night takes a backseat to nobody. Go back to the 90s with your must-see Thursday. Saturday night, overrated. Wild Wing Wednesdays from 7 to 10 at Chicken Chef. It's Wednesday night. You know what that means.
All righty, welcome back to Summerside here. 1-0 Longueuil leads Flin Flon after 2 periods of play. Let's take a look at the Northland Fort second period scoring summary. Just a 1 goal again, Keith Yeager, and it was a deflection like we called. It's going to be tough to get a crisp shot through and a clean goal and give Longueuil credit. I mean, they're winning the specialty team battles here today, and it's they've killed off all 4 Flin Flon power plays, and it's a power play goal, the difference maker. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. That came at the I believe it's a 13:59 mark. Anyway, Beaulieu's first of the tournament. Rousseau and Provencher, who've been all over the ice here, they get the assist. No chance there for Charlie Trent. Got his stick down, redirected over top of his right shoulder. Initially, to me, it looked like it hit the post, but it just kind of rolled behind for a big goal.
Definitely a big goal when you look at it with a 1-0 through 40 minutes of play, and definitely Longueuil has won the special teams battle. Their penalty kill has been great for the first 2 periods here. If the Bombers get another chance, they're going to have to find a way to get the puck on net.
So that's the only goal. No goals in the opening period, but Beaulieu has scored here. A power play marker first of the tournament from Rosslyn and Provencher at 13:39. Shots that period actually wound up pretty tight, 6-5. And actually, Longueuil didn't start to get any shots. I think they played almost 14. Their power play goal was their first shot of that. Their second shot of the period. Then they had a couple good looks late. For the first 10 minutes or so, Flin Flon, like you said, the play was never in Flin Flon's zone. But Longueuil's been able to weather the storm. They've been able to kill those early Flin Flon power plays, and obviously that power play goal gave them a lot of confidence, a lot more jump in Longueuil's step after that goal.
You bet. And after that goal, they seemed to actually gain some energy, get the pressure on the Bombers' D. They were forechecking better, making the Bombers make mistakes in their own end, trying to get it out. And right in that last minute of play, it was a good thing that the puck went right to Charlie Tritt, right in his glove, because those 5 guys who were on the ice were gassed.
Well, Knudsen in particular could barely even hold on to his stick.
Yeah, you could see on that try when he tried to clear the puck out there, he got it about 8 feet in front of him as he tried to swat it. It didn't go anywhere. And you could see actually Joey Lees one time when the puck came around the boards, took a quick look at the clock.
Well, like I said, full marks to Longueuil, good defensive team, and full marks for a 1-0 lead after 2 periods of play here today. Shots again, the Orlando Motel shot clock very close, 6-5 in Flin Flon's favor. The Bombers 16 so far through 2 periods today, and Longueuil has 10, but they've got the goal, a power play marker. Beaulieu, the difference maker right now. We'll see if that'll be enough here. I expect Flin Flon to come out and press very hard here, Keith, from the opening stanza of the 3rd period. Look for them to come hard. They want to try and tie up this game as quick as possible and not get down the late stages where Longueuil can really lock it up defensively.
Absolutely, because you've already seen where they were able to take away the seam passes and those kind of things. Like the Bombers are having a really tough time. They had a 3-on-2 there. It looked like they were going to get a good chance, and a great back check took away the seam pass when Arbery tried to throw it across. It's going to be really, really tough for them. They got to, Longueuil just sets up so well on their own end.
We'll see what happens. We'll take another break. We'll come back with more of the second intermission show for the Co-op tonight. And like I said, Tanner Dorian, on behalf of the host committee here in Summerside, will join us next here on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
Creighton Furniture and Appliance Center wish the Flin Flon Bombers luck in the Centennial Cup. Creighton Furniture has what you need to create the feel, function, and features you want in your home, including great prices on upright freezers, retro fridges, and furniture with the colors you've been dreaming of. So while the Bombers make a statement in the Centennial Cup, you can too by shopping at Creighton Furniture and Appliance Center on Main Street, Creighton. Go, Bombers, go!
It's spring at Shane's, and that means they're here to help you enjoy the warmer season. Shop Blackstone griddles for those outdoor cookouts, or cooling options when it's a little too warm outside. Find Segway ride-on toys while supplies last so your kids can explore the great outdoors, or pick up some books or games for those nights of indoor rainy fun. No matter the weather, Shane's brings you spring. Located in the Utica Mall in the Paw, Shane's, cheering on our Bombers to go all the way in the Centennial Cup.
Northland Ford proudly supports the Flin Flon Bombers throughout the Centennial Cup. We know that the Bombers will play tough like the Ford F-150, the toughest truck on the market for over 40 years. Northland Ford helping the community cheer on the Bombers as they work to bring the Centennial Cup to the best fans in the country, and they provide you with the best selection on their lot. In the North, for the North, Northland Ford, the dealership you tell your friends about.
And welcome to our second intermission here today. We're joined by Tanner Dorian from the host committee here, of course, at the 2026 Centennial Cup, which is happening here at beautiful Summerside, PEI. Tanner, great to catch up with you. You've been one of the busiest guys I've noticed the last few days getting ready for the tournament, but it is underway. I guess the first question I have for you is that this has obviously been a lot of preparation to making
Talk about what led the steps to get to where we are here today, because I know a lot of people had to work very hard.
Yeah, obviously being awarded the event just a year out, it puts a lot of pressure on you to get everything planned and organized and executed. So essentially we've got 25 game days to produce, and we've got an amazing team of 200 plus volunteers behind it, and we're looking forward to just getting through the event and showcasing Summerside.
You got a beautiful facility here. I mean, let's face it, to run this tournament, it's not easy. You mentioned you need a lot of volunteers. You need the facility, you need the hotels, you really need the community behind you. I mean, my first time out to Atlantic Canada, everything I've heard about it is so true. It's absolutely beautiful. But business community-wise, looks like you got a lot of great support in that capacity here.
Yeah, you have to have your business community behind you. You have to have your hotel partners, your restaurants. Everybody has to buy in. To host an event like this is one of the largest logistical events we've ever done. It's a beast, 10 teams, so but the reward is second to none. You look at the economic impact it has on the community. It's between $5 to $6 million. So for us, we're very excited. We're very fortunate to have a lot of good partners in the restaurant industry, the hotel industry. We're maxed out though, so it takes everybody, and we couldn't thank our partners enough.
What made you guys decide that, I mean, Somerset's had such a good team. I mean, you were at the tournament, actually, in Estevan. They beat Flin Flon. The only Flin Flon loss they had in regulation that was against the Summerside team. How did this all kind of come about? How did you guys decide this was something you wanted to bring to this community and to this area?
Yeah, I think we have a strong hosting success record here in Summerside. We're a big sport tourism town. We're always looking at what's up for bid, and especially with hockey and baseball and curling with our national partners. So looking at Hockey Canada's big cycle, this was one of the events that we've had our eye on for a little bit. The 10-team format, not going to lie, it scared us a bit. So for a few years, we didn't put our hat in the ring, and finally we looked at each other and said, I think we want to do this thing and see if we can pull it off. Obviously having the RBC Cup here in 2013, that's the last time the event's ever been hosted in Atlantic Canada. So, why not us? And we took a run at it. It was a pretty rigorous bid process. We were up against some good other host communities, and fortunate enough to come out on the other side of it and win the bid to host this the 2026 Centennial Cup.
Like we said, you got the business community, you've got obviously just a great area for hockey, but this facility, wow, it's spectacular. One of the nicest facilities for Junior A that I've ever seen.
Yeah, we're pretty fortunate to have the facility that we do. It's 20 years old, but you'd never guess it walking into it. It houses everything here. We've got the pool, gym, hotel connected, conference center, 2 restaurants, a racetrack, 2 NHL ice surfaces. So yeah, the players and participants are in good hands facility-wise, infrastructure-wise. But it really comes down to the volunteers and the people behind it, because without them, the building means nothing. So beautiful facility, very fortunate to have it. It's going to showcase our city well, I think, this week, and we're hoping everybody likes it.
Hockey officially underway, but I mean, you've been going nonstop here, like you said, I guess basically the last year since you guys were announcing you would be the host committee. Talk about some of the other things that just to get to where we are. We kind of talked about it earlier, but when you initially hear you get the event, what happens next?
Yeah, you've got to put a real plan in place. We've set out a work back plan basically from the moment we were awarded the event till today, and it's rigorous. You're meeting with your host committee every 2 weeks. You're got emails flying every day for about a year, and you're ultimately looking for resources, right? So you've got 10 teams. You've got to find enough resources to essentially set up a team set up for all 10 teams. It's a lot of equipment, a lot of supplies, a lot of bodies, and you try not to forget anything in between. So it's resource heavy, it's man-hour heavy, and it's looking like now that everybody's in the venue, we've got all 10 teams here moved in. We're welcoming participants, as you've seen. It's looking like everything's coming together.
You've obviously got a lot of challenges, but what would be the biggest challenge for you, do you think, so far?
Yeah, I think challenges-wise, it's probably, we spoke about the logistics, right? We spoke with the venue. We made decisions around if we want to give every team their own dress room versus maybe give them a few dress rooms where we're rotating. We got creative with space. We had to go out and clear storage lockers out. We took our convention center over. We built out dry change areas. For us, that's the biggest challenges and just the unknowns around the event, right? We've never done the 10-team format Centennial Cup, so little scary from an event hosting perspective, but it's kind of nice to see when we planned it all out, the plan come together. We've never used these spaces like we have. We've never had to, so that would be the biggest challenge so far.
Well, and I remember Flin Flon hosted in 2001. It was 5 teams, and how much of a challenge that was, let alone 10. Of course, we saw that nest event when the Bombers were there back in 2022. We mentioned, of course, Summerside was part of that as well. I guess the nice thing is you've also got a good fan base here. I mean, you talk about all logistics, all the planning, the venue. You need people to come out and watch the games. And like I said, hockey very, very big here in the Atlantic provinces, from the major junior all the way up to junior A and other leagues as well. So that's one thing. You want to make sure that people come out and watch.
Yeah, for sure. We're pretty fortunate here. We have a pretty good average on ticket sales for any given game day. You look at the regular season, the Caps are averaging about 1,200, 1,500 a game, and then they move into playoffs and they're jumping up to 2,500 on average. Close, we had 2 Game 7s here this year. We had 3,500 people in the venue. So we're hoping to see strong crowds, especially for those evening games. Your 4 o'clock, 7:30. Obviously, your noon are a little harder to sell, but we'll have some schools in. Be lots of people around. The hockey's going to be great. And I think you really will see the community buy into this event. It is a junior hockey town, and we look at this venue. It's a world-class venue, but it's in a small city. So I think that benefits us, and maybe more than some of the larger city centers. You put something like this in maybe Toronto, you don't see as many people come out. But with us being, like you said, maritime-based, Atlantic Canada, the hospitality, you're going to see not only people buy in from a volunteer perspective, but just the fan base, people checking things out.
And you got Truro in the tournament too, which isn't very far away. We know they're going to bring a lot of fans as well.
Yeah, that helps as well, for sure. Great seeing Truro get the win, and they're only 2.5 hours away, so you'll see them travel. They usually travel during the season anyway, so I'm sure during a national championship you're going to see them even more buy into this.
And there's going to be a lot of Bomber fans here, too. I'm sure you heard a lot about the Bombers, big fan base. We're expecting maybe a couple hundred Bomber fans here for the festivities as well. They'll keep things going here.
Yeah, no, I said in one of our pre-term meetings, it's my favorite team name, the Flin Flon Bombers. So I'm excited to see everybody from every team, really, right? You look at we talked about economic impact, but you can look at every team, and every player might have 2 to 4 people come with them, friends, family. You're really filling the whole island full of Airbnbs, cottages, motels, hotels. So it's really nice to see everybody coming to check out the East Coast and to check out PEI maybe for the first time. So it's cool to see the reactions.
You mentioned the first time Atlantic Canada's had a chance to host this since like 2013. I would have to think a lot of other centers probably going to be using this as a gauge whether they want to try it, because like you said, 5 teams is one thing, 10 teams is a whole different challenge.
Yeah, it's definitely a bigger beast. We've had some people reach out. We've had some people looking around. You can see they're looking into things. Some partners that we deal with on a normal basis in the event industry. So it's one of those where if you can figure it out and maybe master the blueprint, which I think we've done pretty well, the reward is second to none. So, but again, you have to have the resources, you have to have the space and the bodies, and you got to have the cash too. So, it's a beast. It's the largest logistical event I've ever done, and it might be the largest we've ever done in our city. So, we're really looking forward to seeing how it all unfolds.
So far, so good. Dave, thank you very much for all your hospitality. I know you treated the Bombers and all the teams here very well. Great to catch up with you today. I know you're obviously a very busy man, so thanks for your time, and hopefully you'll get a chance to actually enjoy some of this tournament.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
There he is, Tanner Dorian, on behalf of the organizing committee here. We're quick to getting ready for the third period. We'll take one more quick break. Flin Flon's got some work to do. They're down a goal. The power play mark of the difference right now. Back with the third period momentarily on 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
The Orland Motel is happy to support this Bomber playoff broadcast. And they also have a wish for each of you to fall in love again with your home, whether rebuilding or settled in, to enjoy your community, take time with your neighbors, and celebrate your friends. The North is a beautiful and unique way of life with deep roots and simple pleasures. So enjoy the Orland Motel. So proud to be part of our communities.
Go, Bomber, go!
This broadcast is brought to you by Eldorado Gold Saskatchewan, formerly Flin Mining, now part of an even stronger Canadian headquartered mining company, expanding its presence at home. We're proud to continue advancing the McIlvania Bay project, less than an hour from Flin Flon and Creighton. McIlvania Bay is Saskatchewan's first copper mine in over 30 years and a federally recognized project of national significance. As we move towards production, we're building momentum and growing our team. As we near production, we're also investing in exploration to help bring Northeast Saskatchewan's next mining district to life. And we need your help. Apply today at foreignmining.com/careers and go Bombers.
And just underway in the third period. Longueuil, Quebec, the 1-0 lead. The power play marker by Beaulieu, the only goal so far. As we're underway, the puck inside the Flin Flon zone. Rob Hart, Keith Yeager, the Bomber marketing man, looking at the particulars here today with a lot of Bomber faithful. A lot of people that have moved here from to the area, and of course a lot of Bomber fans, parents, what have you, relatives. A lot of people made their way here, so great to see a lot of familiar faces here in the opening game of the tournament here for both these teams. Bombers have the puck up the boards. They'll try to get something going offensively. Here's Lees. He'll flip that puck inside. Duke of the big body check. Puck comes back to blue line. Knocked out by Mounier. He'll rip that one wide. Lachon pitches along the board, keeps it in, leaves back of the net. Nobody home. And racing in is Arbery as he collides here with Provencher, who's got the assist on the power play goal. Longueuil can't get the puck out. Flin Flon able to hold it in. Good work by Morozov along the board. Morozov looking for some room. Knocked down. Has the puck underneath him. Picked up by Mounier. His backhander goes wide. Lee's looking for room. It's grabbed at the side of the goal by Goulet. And like we mentioned when we kicked off the broadcast today, Keith, two of the premier goaltenders in the entire country going head-to-head. Neither one of them gives up much, and Flin Flon had that chance earlier. That crossbar by Connor Miller, deeming big in the game right now because Goulet, he's tough to get a puck past. Likewise, Charlie Tripp, they get the redirection, but Connor Miller was a crossbar away from getting the Bombers on the board back late in the first period.
It's tough to just get a clean shot away, but both teams have been playing really, really well defensively. I mean, 26 shots in 40 minutes. Teams are really, really tight.
Allowed to take the face-off against Tessier. Tessier wins the draw. That's picked up here by Hash as he'll move it to center. Blanchette thought he was going to get away, but he got caught here. Good play by Ward. Lalanier, some good chance the game, fires it in. Goulet out of his net. Look out, almost gave it up back. He does in front of a big save there. Great opportunity by Delisle. But Goulet gets back in and gets his pad down. That might have been the chance the Bombers were waiting for.
That was close. He threw it right in front of the net because the goalie was trying to catch it.
Up in his own zone, and Delisle alertly throws it towards the front of the net. Lalamiere's got it. Lalamiere back out front. Trying to get a stick on it that time with Delisle. But it's Longueuil that has it up the glass back inside the Flin Flon zone, just underway in the third period. 17:22 to go. Like Keith mentioned, the shots are 17-10 Flin Flon on the Orland Motel shot clock. Goulet will come out again, this time a little bit more efficient as he gets it over to Dupuis. Dupuis has it. He'll take a look. Dropped it back to LeMay. LeMay then sends that pass over to Hash, and he'll dump it inside the Flin Flon zone. Yakubchuk back. Flin Flon hasn't given up a ton of offensive opportunities, but again, they're down a goal in this hockey game. Stitton to center, trying to poke that one ahead. Rolled off his stick as it came to the Longueuil blue line. Right, you had a big body check as he takes down Blanche and just nailed him. Big hit there. Ewan steps into you. You feel it. I don't care who you are. Longueuil back on the attack, though. Rousseau takes a body check again by Rhett Ewan. Puck will spurt back to the Bomber net. Opportunity here for Alexander as he throws the hardware here. A nice big body check on Perrant. Bodies flying everywhere. And we got a penalty, I think, against Flin Flon here. It happened at the two benches there, Keith. And Longueuil is going to get their third power play of the game. They're 1 for 2.
I don't know how you get charging when two guys are tangled up together.
Rhett Ewan will go to the box. And this could be the turning point of the hockey game here, depending on what happens on this chance.
We need a big kill. I mean, Rhett did get him, in the open ice there. They were kind of pushing, and he pushed him from behind down, but I don't see how they call that charging. If it's a penalty, it's one thing, but calling it charging is kind of odd. But big penalty kill.
And it is a big penalty kill for Flin Flon. Like I mentioned, Longueuil 1 for 2 on the power play here today. Flin Flon 0 for 4 in the game. Longueuil wins. It comes outside the zone. Short had a chance there. Miller can't get up the middle. A good job that time. Perrant came back. I thought Miller was going to fly right by him, but he able to get in his lane and took it away. I think Miller thought he was going right to the net as well. Looked like a lot of daylight there, but give Perron credit. He able to knock it down. He's got the puck inside his own zone. Here's Perron. We got something in behind the play with Miller and Dubois. Meanwhile, Perron will bring the puck inside the Flin Flon zone, leaves it there at the blue line. This is Dubois, top of the right circle. Back to Dubois again. Rosu, who had an assist on the power play marker back in the second period, gets it back to Dubois. Dubois at the blue line. Can he hold it in? Yes, he can. There's a long shot. Got blocked by Miller, and he'll tap it out. And Dubois will have to go back and get it. 1:10 to go in the Longueuil penalty, or power play rather. 15.5 to go here in the third period, and of course in the hockey game. Power play goal, the big difference maker so far for Longueuil back in the second. Nice job that time by Arbery to push it back to center. That's grabbed here by Perrant, and he'll throw it back inside the zone for Latoy. Alexander comes in on him. Latoy gets rid of it. Feeds that pass ahead. It's grabbed by Nosu, but he loses the handle at center. Bombers intercept. They'll throw it in. Goulet out of the net and almost coughed it up yet again. He's been playing Russian roulette behind there in that third period. Just missed the Arbery that time.
That's twice this period where he's been a little dangerous.
Yeah, he's non-looks, but football might make a pay if he keeps doing that. Bombers break up another play, and they'll get it back down the ice. And Latoy back to get it. Moisu will let Latoy take it. He's got it. He's got lots of room, and he'll take off. 14 seconds to go in the power play. And they're offside as they bring it inside the Flin Flon zone. So pretty nicely executed penalty kill by Flin Flon this time.
Yes, they got 10 more seconds to get back on 5-on-5. So far in this period, they've had the better chances.
So 14:36 to go in the third period. A 1-0 lead here for Longueuil. The power play marker by Bolio once again. Late in the second period, the only offense so far. Face up outside the Bomber blue line. Joey Lees to talk about what he does with the power play. Also a strong penalty killer, as he'll take the face off against Denis. Puck comes back to Longueuil's side of center. LeMay has it. He'll take a look. Sends it back inside the Flin Flon zone. Grab back of it this time by Mounier. Mounier, a lot of room. Works it back to Ewan. Penalty is over, by the way. Ewan's out of the box. He'll dump it in. Lees comes racing after it. LeMay quickly on it, though. Here's Blanchette. Nice pass outside the zone. Feeds that one back. Nosu down the wing. Bruce cut him off. Puck comes back to Delisle. He'll shovel that one ahead. Lalamiere looking for it at center ice. Shots it away from LeMay, but LeMay able to regroup, and he'll get it out. Dubois across the Bomber line. Here's a chance, walking in, ripped over top of the net. We got Bruce really getting into it in front of the net as well. He and Gosselin were going at each other. Play continues up the ice. Maverick Delisle across the Longueuil line, and he'll flip that on target. The glove save made here by Goulet. And we talked about how strong of a goal he is, but you got to give Longueuil credit. He sees every shot that's thrown at him.
Yeah, the Bombers really haven't had a chance to get a glorious scoring chance. Miller had that one in the first where it was a good shot. It wasn't really even a great quality scoring chance. He just got a great shot away that unfortunately went off the crossbar and over instead of down.
Miller to take the draw against Tessier. Miller wins it back cleanly. Ward will knock it down. There's a shot. And that redirected off Muka over the glass and out of play, but a nice face-off win again for Connor Miller. Has Miller lost a face-off here today?
Just the ones on the power play. That's the only face-offs I've seen that Longueuil were able to get him, is the power play ones.
Face-off again to the left of the netminder. Matthew Goulet, one of the top netminders in the country. Like we said, he and Charlie Trent, nice head-to-head matchup to begin the tournament for both teams. Longueuil will win the draw. They'll poke it down the ice. The good news for Flin Flon is that's an icing call. They'll get a face-off back inside the Longueuil zone. They expect the Flin Flon to come hard. They do take the penalty early. But we'll see what they can do. I think for Flin Flon, he just can't panic, and he's going to try and take it back, like you mentioned. Try and get some traffic in front of this guy.
Yeah, but the Bombers are used to playing in these close games. They can look at the Game 7, the Game 4 against Yorkin. They played the close games, so I don't think there's any panic in them right now, but they do got to start getting some pressure towards the front of the net.
They went to face-off. Sights out front. He had a guy there. Muka couldn't get a stick on it. Good work there. Here's Miller back of the net. Connor Miller out front, shoots it. That goes off the side of the Longueuil net. Muka trying to track the puck in the corner. Pinned up here by Hash, the big Quebec Demon. Flin Flon can hold it in. Grabbed here and brought outside the zone by Gossam, but he turns it over, but Dupuis there to bail him out. And they'll flip it back inside the Flin Flon zone. Ward back of his own net. Leaves it in the corner. Bombers will move it ahead. Nice move by Lees at center, but then poked away by Gosselin. Gosselin the other direction inside Flin Flon territory. Trying to poke that out front. Off the side, that comes back out front, but Morozov has got it. Bombers get 4 skaters away. Morozov a good move at center. Morozov out the middle, trying to get a shot away. He's going to draw a penalty. And Lees has got the puck. Feeds it back to Fashon. Fashon looking for some room up the boards. Bolio rather had a hold of him. Mounier will knock it down at the blue line. Mounier hanging on, looking for some room. He gets knocked down. Arbery comes over to get it. Puck will come back to center. Delayed penalty, like we said, against Longueuil. They've got the puck now, and Flin Flon should have a power play. It'll be their 5th of the afternoon here. And even there, when they even had the goalie out for the extra attacker, Longueuil's so aggressive. Flin Flon had a tough time finding room.
Yes, they did. They were right out on the point man, giving them no room to actually get the goalie out and get the extra attacker on. And this is going to be obviously a huge, huge power play with only 12 minutes left in the third.
Some of the Quebec fans in front of us not happy at all with the call. Anyway, the penalty being handed out here to Russo. What was the call? Did you see what it was for?
Holding, I believe.
So Russo will go off for a hold. Flin Flon will go to the power play for the 5th time here today, trying to answer the power play goal by Longueuil back in the second period. Seitz, Delisle, Lees, Muka, and Fashon. So they're trying all kinds of different combinations of the power play here. Of course, Miller would ideally like to have out there, but he just played.
Yeah, he just came off the ice from a great shift.
So here comes the face-off here between Delisle and Delorme. And there's somebody moving ahead of time. They'll blow that down right away. Remember, 2 other games after this one here today. Looking forward to seeing Canmore play Thunder Bay. Thunder Bay's first game of the tournament. That'll go at 4 o'clock Maritime time, so I guess it'll be a 2 o'clock Manitoba start time. Then Sudbury looking to improve after a tough game against Toronto yesterday. They take on Turtle, the Maritime Junior Hockey League champion. Should be a great crowd for that one. Flin Flon's got the puck, though. Back of the Longueuil net. Fashon, the blue line, will work this back over to Delisle. Delisle leaves it there. Fashon, top of the circle. Lees doesn't shoot it, hangs on. Lees works his way to the middle of the ice. State fires over top of the net. Good chance there. Nuka has the puck back to the goal. They'll rip it around the board, but Delisle will keep it in. Maverick Delisle in the corner for Seitz. Back to Delisle. Seitz in the corner. Delisle on the right-hand board. This is Fashon. Takes a look, dishes it off, back out front, bouncing puck. They couldn't get it through to Lees. Lees will try to keep the puck in. Fashon does. Another penalty being called here. Going to be a hooking call.
Joey Lees.
And that will negate the power play. So Flin Flon 0 for 5. That one lasted at 39 seconds. Oh, Lees' number, go figure. And he'll take the penalty. And we're going to be 4 on 4 here, Keith, for basically a minute 21. Then there'll be another brief power play here for Longueuil.
Morozov's look good. I've got a feeling here with this 4 on 4 that he's going to get some open ice.
Yeah, he's had some good opportunities today. Boy, he's so fun to watch, so slick with the puck. Flin Flon wins the face-off in their own zone. Remember, they're down a goal, 1-0. It's a power play marker by Bolio, the only goal so far in this hockey game. Speaking of Morozov, he's got the puck. He'll take off at his blue line. They broke it up at center ice. Sets back inside Flin Flon territory. And back to get it is Ward along the boards. Ward will feed this one back here. Grabbed by Knudsen. Feeds it back to Miller. Miller back out there. Miller at center. Inside, look, there's a chance. A nice shot and a great glove save made here by Goulet. Boy, Connor Miller. Flin Flon's got now 19 shots in the game. I bet you Connor Miller's got 5 or 6 himself.
I would think so too, yeah. And this is a really, it tells you what kind of defensive team this is, because this is a very low shot total for the Bombers.
11:07 to go in the period in the hockey game. Orland Motel shot clock 19-10 in favor of Flin Flon. The face-off to the Longueuil zone. 4 on 4 for another 50 seconds. Flin Flon trying to tie up this hockey game. They tie up with the face-off circle. Stinton will grab the puck. Trying to get free along the boards. Ward, nice job to feed it back to blue line. Knocked down here by Knudsen. Again, looking for room, but there's none. Brock will get a hold of it. He'll flip the puck to blue line. Now Blanchette tried to chip it back up the ice. Here's Ward. Feeds it back to Stitton. Stitton will race across inside Longueuil territory. Stitton leaves it in the corner. Picked up by Arbery. Rimmed it around the boards. Ward is there. Oh, he can't hold it in. Ward almost lost the handle. He does. It's offside, though. Oh, Flin Flon got a break there. He ripped it right off the forward. Did a wonderful job ripping that puck right off Ward's stick, and it's almost a 2-on-0. The other guy was just extra anxious to put himself offside.
Yeah, it was very, very close to being really, really dangerous and a lot of trouble, especially with only a one-goal game.
10.5 minutes remaining in the third period. Shots again, 19-10. Flin Flon, the Orland Motel shot clock, but it's a power play marker by Longueuil. The difference so far in this game, that came late in the second period.
Another win by Miller.
Here's Fashon. Center ice, broken stick leg in the middle of the ice. Great job by Fashon. Oh, they're offside this time. Take your pick, both Sykes and Miller. Both a little extra anxious. And as the game looms on, you wonder, does Flin Flon try to maybe grip the stick a little bit tighter, playing a little bit more of a tighter defensive team than they probably saw in the entire SJHL this year? Shades of the Belford Mustangs the past couple of years, how good defensive they were.
Yes, and actually even shades of what Weyburn was this year.
Rashawn Sykes, Miller, and Mounier on the ice here. Miller looked like he had the puck, but Provencher will get it free. They'll drop it back inside the Longueuil zone. And here comes Longueuil back up the ice. Dubois feeds it up the left side. That's grabbed here quickly by Rousseau. And that's knocked away from him, and the puck will go back down in Longueuil territory. Longueuil now on the power play, by the way.
Oh, another penalty coming up to Leo Seitz here.
What did he do?
Slash.
Look out, Arbery not happy. He'll rip that in the net. You know what? He might end up getting a penalty here for that. Longueuil did not like that. Arbery in frustration hammers the puck into the net at center. It'll be interesting to see what the official does. Is Arbery getting a penalty too?
No, I don't think so, because he was just playing the puck to call the penalty. So he just was shooting it. He just took advantage of the empty net there and shot it in there.
I thought they might try, depending on the official, how he views that, eh?
Very true. You see that when the play ends, if they shoot it, but then that one he was actually playing the puck.
Mike Rankin's called the timeout here. Very wise. It's a 5-on-3.
I think it's a timeout actually by
is it? We'll take a quick break. Well, Longueuil called it. Oh, we don't have time. 20 seconds to go. So I thought it was initially a Bomber timeout, but you're right, Longueuil. This could be the game here now. A 5-on-3, right, for 15 seconds.
Yes, this is when the second period there, when the Bombers had that chance to get that second penalty there, where they. I mean, it's so tough though, right? You got the puck in there, and you got to try and actually get the goal. And
I didn't see the call on Sykes. What happened?
They came together in the middle of the ice, and he slashed the guy right in the hands. So a bit retaliation penalty.
Definitely a call then.
I'm not sure how much the guy sold it, but he definitely made a little bit of a noise and shook his hand in it.
Keith, you look at even the NHL now, stick infractions are called all the time,
especially to the hands.
So you're gonna hit somebody with your stick, you're gonna get a penalty no matter how hard it is.
Big win from Connor Miller on that drawn and icing.
Yes, the Bombers will dump it down the ice. 9 seconds in the first penalty, 1:50 in the second. We're past the midway point of the period. Provencher to center. He'll drop that one back. Here comes Perrant. He'll race it across the Bomber blue line. Perrant hangs on to it. Back of the goal. They'll work it back out front. That one got blocked. Will the puck come out? Yes, it will. 1:35 remaining in the second power play. So Longueuil 1 for 4 today. This is their 5th opportunity. Here's Dubois. Back inside the Longueuil zone. He's got it at center. Feeds that one back up the left side. Rousseau. Drop that one back. Provencher has it in the blue line. Here's Provencher looking for a lane to shoot. Throws it out front. There's a one-timer. Good save that time by Trent on the quick release here by Perrant. Perrant has it again as he works his way to the blue line. Throws that through traffic. That one got knocked down in front. Flin Flon can't clear the puck out. Now they'll get a chance. Nice job by Yakupchuk down the ice. Save made here by Goulet. A minute to go in the 5-on-3. Longueuil remains in front 1-0. Provencher has it at his blue line. Feeds it back. Grabbed here at center ice. Longueuil goes back to work. They'll drop that one back. Denis will fire it in back of the Bomber net. Puck laying there. Picked up by Fashon, but he can't clear it out. Nice job by Bolio to keep it in. Back to Latoy at the blue line. Top of the circle, a chance. Good save. Freddie tracked it well. Got the blocker on it. Puck to blue line. Held in here by Latoy. Longueuil doing good on the power play. Throws it back off. Another deflection over top of the Flin Flon net. Held in here, though, courtesy of Rousseau, but finally it's set down the ice. 20 seconds to go In the Longueuil power play, Latoy has got it at his blue line. Feeds it back to Blanchette. Blanchette at center. Cross ice it goes. Up the left side and grabbed by Dubois. Flipped over top of the net again. Nice job by Mooney to poke it free back of the goal, but pitching in from the blue line that time was Denis. Denis has it. Penalty has expired. And Longueuil's 1 for 5. A huge kill here by the Bombers here in the third period.
7.5 minutes left here to get the pressure.
Sights out of the box. He'll flip it in. Berger races back again. Now on no part of a body check. He's looking every which way but loose to make sure nobody's coming in on him.
He's lucky because he came to a complete stop there.
Puck is set outside the zone. They'll put him in a penalty on Flin Flon again. Puck is picked up. Denis will get into the side. That there was definitely a holding call. Now we have a player running into Charlie Trent. Penalty's going to be called for sure. Is it going to go against the Bombers or is it going to go against Longueuil? The Longueuil player's got a great argument here. He was pushed into the net.
I think they're taking both of them.
So Gosselin went flying into the goaltender, and I think you're right. Gosselin's going to take the penalty here for Longueuil. And a cross-checking penalty going to be called against Bruce. So more 4-on-4 hockey here. Wait to see if they get our media time up in a quick period. 7:23 to go. You got the extra penalty up there against Flin Flon, but no, there goes the penalty the other way. It's got the numbers reversed, that's all. No media timeout as of yet, but we'll see what happens. 7:23 to play in the third period. A big 4-on-4. How many 4-on-4s today?
Well, it's at least a third.
At least, yeah. I think there's been more than that, but anyway, off the face-off, Tripp will kick it out. 7:18 remaining. Flin Flon needs a goal. Here comes Connor Miller down the left side. Miller trying to go coast to coast. Miller, can he finish up? He gets it out front. Knutson was there and he couldn't bash it in. What a chance that was. Oh, Connor Miller's been electric here today, and I thought he might be able to jam that one in. Morozov back to his blue line. Here he is to center. Keith Gager's called to hit the back of the net today. Morozov spinning. Nice drop pass picked up here by Ward. Ward along the boards. Leaves it there for Arbery. Back out front to Morozov. Flipped it there. Ward in deep. Rosa, nice body check back of the net. Flin Flon looking good 4-on-4 here right now, but Morozov knocked to the ice. And the puck is picked up here by Hash. Just gets it out, but he gets it out. That's the main thing. Toronto will dump it right back into him. Arbery on top of him. Off the boards it goes. Perrant wants no part of it. Alexander's out there. He let him take the puck. Alexander's got it. Across the line. Here's a chance now. Arbery. Arbery races in. A chance. A good seat that time. Goulet got his left arm on that. 44 seconds remaining of 4-on-4 hockey. Mounier will hold the line. Bouncing puck. Ward through traffic. Hit a skate out front. Alexander knocked down looking for a call. Not going to get it. Meanwhile, LeMay will pick it up here for Longueuil.
Oh, he's lost a blade.
Oh, so Alexander's lost a blade. Definitely trying to get off the ice here. And they get Stinton out there. Penalty being called. Is Flin Flon going to get too many men on the ice here? No, a high sticking call going to be called this time.
Oh, the other way.
Because the Longueuil fans were screaming here because Stinton jumped on the ice before Alexander made it there, right?
Yeah, he was doing everything he could. You can see where he was scraping across the ice there. He dove, and one of the players grabbed his stick and pulled him in.
So this is going to be a big power play here for Flin Flon. Timeout by Flin Flon. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with a Bomber power play momentarily on 102.9 CFAR Flin Flon, online.com.
There are many ways for you to support our local SPCA. Adoption will allow you to feel the joy from an animal and serve as their forever home. Cash donations are always accepted, as well as donations of pet food, cat litter, and cleaning supplies like bleach, paper towels, and unscented wipes. Our SPCA receives no government funding and relies entirely on the donations of our community. To find the best way to offer support, visit Flin Flon Creighton and Area SPCA on Facebook. This message brought to you by Art O'Donnell in support of the SPCA and the SJHL champion Flin Flon Bombers.
All right, the Bombers calling a timeout. This could be their big opportunity here, Keith. 5:50 to go. It's going to be a 4-on-3. Really interesting predicament there. I thought Flin Flon might get burned for too many men because Stinton came off the ice, and I don't think Alexander made the red line yet, did he?
It didn't look like it. Yeah, he was. I guess
he didn't have a blade. But yeah, I mean, interesting call. Anyway, we'll see what Flin Flon can do. It's their 6th power play of the afternoon. Ward a one-timer, just missed. Oh, that one was labeled low stick side. And we got another penalty coming up here?
Oh, the net's off. A break for the Bombers. They get a draw inside the zone.
But that's the only time I've seen Goulet react late. Ward had him beat there.
He did, yep.
You got to hit the net, though.
Yeah, fortunate for their goalie that it went wide. But Bombers still got lots of time here on the power. 18 seconds left where we're going to play 4-on-3, and then we can still have a minute 50 on the power play.
And a big face-off. Connor Miller out there to take the draw here against Delorme. Face-off to the left of Goulet, who appeared to be beat on that last shot. It goes right back to Ward again.
Another great win by Miller.
Sure, he'd love to have another opportunity like he just had. Ward has it. Works his way off the left-hand boards. Takes a look here. Lots of open ice. Ward will drop it back. Here's Lees. Lees takes a look. The shot. See, puck is loose in front. Flin Flon can't knock it in. Held in here by Morozov. Lees has it. Off wing. Chance. Puck knocked out in front. Flin Flon after it off the side of the net. And Longueuil will desperately clear it off the boards and down the ice. A minute 20 to go in the power play. Flin Flon, a big goal-mouth scramble here, but they can't get it to go. Ward throws it back in deep. Here comes Ryder Muka racing after it back to the goal. LeMay has it, trying to pin it up along the boards here for Longueuil. Puck squirts free. Ward will hold the line. Through traffic, a chance. Save. Rebound. They can't get it to go. Great save that time by Goulet. The Wildcat hold it in. 55 seconds to go in the power play. Under 5 minutes to go in the hockey game. Longueuil remaining in front by a score of 1-0. Ward still out there. He looks like he's going to play the full power play. Maybe he'll go off now. He does. Here's the quick pass to Delisle. Delisle will get it at center. He'll dump it in. Flin Flon coming close here. Picked up along the boards this time by Muka. Works it back to blue line. Maverick Delisle in the corner. Delisle again at the blue line. Leaves it there for Fashon. Back to Delisle. There's the shot. Save made by Goulet looking behind him. But a terrific blocker save there. Flin Flon getting a lot of good looks right now there, Keith Yeager.
They are, but Longueuil is definitely keeping them to the outside. They haven't been able to quite get. They get a couple of rebounds, and they got to keep that up. That's what they got to do is keep. With 4 minutes left in the game, everything's got to go to the net. And you just got to start crashing. Hopefully something goes off, or you get a rebound. They need a chance.
4:13 remaining in the hockey game. The Orlando Motel shot clock 23-12. Flin Flon. Longueuil goalie's got one of his pads off. We'll take one quick break and come back here with the remainder of this power play. You're listening to the Centennial Cup on 102.9 CFAR, FlinFlonOnline.com.
Twin Motors knows the Bombers will make us proud during the Centennial Cup. At Twin Motors, customer satisfaction is their top priority because Twin Motors takes the time to learn what you want and offers advice that reflects that understanding. Experience the best Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram service you've ever had in a no-hassle atmosphere. Stop by and you'll see the difference good service can make. Visit Twin Motors today and go Bombers go.
I think that's a stalling tactic there, but a veteran move here by Goulet had the whole goalie pad off there, Keith, and put it back on.
Yeah, I think the penalty killers were getting a bit tired, so he found a way to change that.
18 seconds remaining in the penalty. Flin Flon jamming away along the boards, hoping they get one last chance. Bodies flying everywhere. The puck does come down the ice, so good job by Longueuil on the boards. 8 seconds to go in the power play. Just under 4 minutes remaining in the hockey game. Longueuil remains in front, 1-0. The lone goal in the power play for them. Late in the second, look for Flin Flon to bring the house here. We're down to 3:47.
Another penalty kill.
Leo Seitz will dump that one in. Flin Flon 0 for 6 on the power play here this afternoon. Puck comes along the boards. Mounier back up.
Here we go.
Here's a chance. Shoots. Goulet. The glove save. Robbing Leo Seitz. What a save. Yakupchuk at center. Oh, what a great opportunity that was. And I think Longueuil's still tired here. Flin Flon will work into the blue line. Here's Morozov. High slot, a chance. Martin drilled in front of that. He goes down. Puck is still inside the Longueuil zone. Yakupchuk tries to hold it in. Puck will come out. They'll dump it right back in. 3:10 to go. What a chance by Leo Seitz. Oh, boy, Goulet coming as advertised here today, the Longueuil netminder. There's a drop pass. Russo forced back inside his own zone. Just gets rid of it to Perrott. Boy, they almost gave it away right up the middle of the ice. Flin Flon trying to get a stick on it. Lallimer will touch it, but he's offside. Blown down, 2:56 to play. Keith Yeager, I thought that was it there. What a chance by Leo Seitz.
Oh, that was the best chance of the game by far for the Bombers. He was wide open inside the hash marks and a great save by their goalie. Hopefully we can produce one more shot like that, and next time it hits the back of the net.
Flin Flon's had a ton of good chances in this third period.
They have. They've made some deflections, had some rebounds. This has been their best period by far offensively, but they just have not been able to get a good goal past them.
Goulet is good. Puck comes back inside the Flin Flon zone. Lost Leo's sights. He just absolutely robbed him in front of the net. Knudsen will throw it back of the goal. Ward right back out there for Flin Flon. We'll have to keep our eyes on the Bomber bench here and see when Mike Reagan elects to get Trent out of the net. Something he has to do a lot of this year. Flin Flon will flip this one in deep. Here comes Alexander. What a body check that was as he hammered Poirier along the boards. Give Poirier credit. He stayed on his feet. Poirier now tied up along the boards. Ewan has it back out front. Stinton looking to get a chance. Stinton pinned up here. Along the boards as well by Bergier.
Big hit, Alexander again.
Alexander throws another hit, but the puck will come out. Jasper 2-on-1. They're trying to come right back up the middle of the ice that time to Tessier, but off his shin pad, he couldn't get it cleanly. Knudsen has it back of the Flin Flon net. We're down to 2 minutes remaining in the third period. Here's the drop pass. Leo sights that chance moments ago down the left side. Hit a skate. Back in Flin Flon territory. Should be an icing call. And 1:52 to go. When does Mike Reagan make the call and get Trent out for the extra attacker?
Yeah, I'm looking at him. Oh, yeah, here he is. There's the wave from Mike.
I guess now would be the time. Which is actually early for Mike. Sometimes he waits a little bit before he decides to do that.
Yeah, but this is you don't have your timeout left, so you really can't do that now with...
Yeah, right. Because he's called his timeout. That's right. Both teams have actually...
Both teams.
We didn't get an immediate timeout in this third period, I don't think.
No, we didn't.
That's the way that the period's gone. Flin Flon wins the draw. Net is empty. Bashot a chance. Save made. Boulay. Don't know if he saw it.
I was going to say, I don't think he saw it.
He stopped it, though. Sights back of the net. Delorme is after it. Can he get it to go? Pinned up along the boards here by Miller. Flin Flon trying to tie up this game. Fashawn to Delisle. Back to Fashawn. Long shot. Oh! Off a stick. Just missed Reed Arbery. That was close.
I thought with the deflection that was going in when the goalie missed it.
Leads back out front. Batted out of the air that time by Miller over top of the net. Longueuil can't clear. Held in by Delisle along the boards. Tessier's got it. Does he get it out? No, he doesn't. Delisle holding it in for the time being. Good job by Flin Flon to hold this puck in. Puck is laying along the blue stripe, but Flin Flon refuses to give an inch here. Finally picked up.
I think. Gotta be.
That won't be enough for an ice, will it? It will be.
Just
1:02
enough.
to go. The Bombers some tremendous chances again here. And Longueuil tried to get new people on the ice, but the referee and linesman, no part of that. He went over there immediately and said, get out here.
Good job by the linesman to be able to catch those guys. Now we got fresh guys for the Bombers, tired guys for the Longueuil. Here's the chance. 1 minute left.
1:02 officially in the game. Stinton, Ewan, Alexander, Knudsen, Ward, and Morozov try to tie up this game late. It's a 1-0 Longueuil lead. Stinton to take the face-off here against Melanson. Wins it back to Morozov, a chance off a stick over top of the net. Expect Flin Flon to throw everything they can in the front of the net. I'm thinking here. Now less than a minute remaining. 54 seconds. Flin Flon jamming away back of the goal. There's Alexander. Alexander bounces the puck back to Morozov. Back in tight that time, Alexander. Back around the boards. Can Ward get there? Yes, he can, but he gives it away. Puck picked up the center, the empty net. And they fire it wide. Morozov. Down to 34 seconds remaining. Forced back in his own zone. Lets Ward take it. Here comes Flin Flon again. One last chance. Ward to center. Sends it in deep. Grabbed here by Latoy. Cat flip it out. Gets a little bit of support. Now the puck will come out. 20 seconds remaining. Flin Flon's going to have to really work here. Ward's got it. Fired it in. Glove save made. And the puck is picked up and shoveled in the corner. Knudsen tries to get a hold of it here. Tied up in the corner. 6 seconds. The seconds ticking down. Will Flin Flon get a night chance? Looks like Longueuil's going to hang on here. Perrot's got the puck. And it's a 1-0 victory. An upset here today, no doubt about it. As Flin Flon outshot Longueuil by a count of 26-12. But could not beat the Longueuil goaltender Goulet here late in this game or in this late in the game or throughout the game here, Keith Yeager. A big victory for Longueuil as you see the big celebration on the ice.
Yeah, they've definitely played well defensively, but the Bombers, just that one deflection went past them. Reed Arbery came so close. That deflection, I thought it was going in when it went past the goalie, but it just obviously missed the net. Tough game for game one for the Bombers, but they still got 3 more games here in the round robin.
Flin Flon held Longueuil to 2 shots in the third period.
I know defensively the Bombers, you can't complain about how they played.
Anyway, Longueuil takes a 1-0 victory here today. We're going to take a quick break. And we're going to come back with lots here from Summerside. We'll take a break. We'll come back here momentarily with the final scoring summary. Of course, all our post-game show awards and the Great North post-game report as well. Longueuil, 1-0 victory. Hanging on in Game 1 of the Centennial Cup here at 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
In 1927, Hudbay began and then grew with properties under exploration, development, and operation. Hudbay is proud to be a sponsor of this Flin Flon Bombers Centennial Cup broadcast. Through active participation, bursaries, and donations, Hudbay is proud to continue its 99-year history of supporting the community, its organizations, and its people. Hudbay wishes the best for the Bombers and their fans, built on the strengths of today and tomorrow. Go Bombers, go!
The North of 53 Co-op is not just a building, card lock, or food store. They're a group of people working together to help their neighbors build our community. And they're proud supporters of the Flin Flon Bombers during their Centennial Cup run. The North of 53 Co-op is built by you and for you and offers the products and services needed by us. That's why it's not just a catchphrase, it's a fact. At the North of 53 Co-op, you're at home there.
Creighton Furniture and Appliance Center wish the Flin Flon Bombers luck in the Centennial Cup. Creighton Furniture has what you need to create the feel, function, and features you want in your home, including great prices on upright freezers, retro fridges, and furniture with the colors you've been dreaming of. So while the Bombers make a statement in the Centennial Cup, you can too by shopping at Creighton Furniture and Appliance Center on Main Street, Creighton. Go, Bombers, go!
Bailey Homes are proud supporters of the Flin Flon Bombers on their journey to the Centennial Cup. With 15 years experience in the North, specializing in RTM homes and foundations, they're so thankful to Flin Flon and surrounding areas for supporting them all these years. Bailey Homes is always happy to chat with a potential customer to show what they can do for our community. Your trusted builder in the North? Visit bailey-homes.ca. Go Bombers, go! Flin Flon Credit Union and Journey Wealth knows the Flin Flon Bombers will give their all in the Centennial Cup Championship. The credit union, through Journey Wealth, has personalized planning and realistic advice with investment and insurance services to help grow and protect your assets. Customized tools and online access make it easy to plan and access your portfolio. Call 687-6620 and book an appointment. Take your first steps to financial freedom with the credit union and Journey Wealth.
Arctic Beverages and Gatorade Water are proud to be part of supporting our Flin Flon Bombers in Summerside, PEI for the 2026 Centennial Cup. And whether you're in competitive hockey or you're a weekend walker, hiker, or even cyclist, hydration is key. And Gatorade Water has no sugary or salty taste, and it's infused with electrolytes. Gatorade Water and Arctic Beverages, supporting our hometown Flin Flon Bombers at the Centennial Cup. Go Bombers, go!
Well, a tough one to start the tournament today. Keith Yeager, Flin Flon played very well, more than double Longueuil in shots, but could not get a puck past the Longueuil netminer today, Matthias Lacroix-Goulet, the difference maker. A big save late on Leo Seitz. He had a pretty good save as well on Sam Ward, and he played well. He made some good saves. Flin Flon had a lot of great opportunities, but unfortunately, not their day to get a puck in. Played a pretty good hockey game, though, I thought.
They did. And I'd actually like to think that they controlled a lot of the game, especially in the third period. The third period, they were all over them. They didn't have any. Well, they only had they gave up 2 shots in the third period.
Yeah, that's it. Let's take a look at the Northland Ford final scoring summary today. Just the 1 goal, and I told you we had a feeling early on that 1 goal might be enough to win it either way.
Yeah, and unfortunately it went the other way today, but a great penalty kill. I think that was the difference in the game, is Longueuil's penalty kill, by far.
So just the 1 goal. We go back at the power play marker by Bolio, his first of the tournament. Russo and Provencher the assists at the 13:39 mark, and that stands up as the game winner. Flin Flon, like we mentioned, and if you're listening or watching whatever you were doing today, Flin Flon obviously had a lot of chances to answer that, but could not get a puck past one of the top netminers in the country once again in Mr. Goulet. So Bolio scores his first. Russo, Provencher the assist at 13:39. The only goal of the entire hockey game. Shots in the third period favored Flin Flon 10-2. The Bombers wind up with 26 today, holding Longueuil to 12. I'm sure if I had to catch up to Mike before the game and said, if you could keep Longueuil to under 15 shots in this game, you take that, they get a pretty good chance to win the game.
You always got to like your chances when you get less than 20 shots, let alone less than 15. And when you do more than double, usually you're on the right side of the score. And today it didn't work out that way. But that's the one thing great about a round robin. You got 3 more games to be able to push yourself through to the tournament round.
Yeah, the playoff round, yeah. Anyway, the one goal, Bolio's first. Russo Provinger proves to be the difference maker on the power play today. Our special team's a big part of the game, like Keith mentioned. Flin Flon 0 for 6, and Longueuil ends up 1 for 5, and go figure, that one power play goal stands up as the game winner here today. We'll take another break. Your post-game show awards are coming up momentarily. Longueuil, Quebec, a big victory today. They surprised Flin Flon 1-0 in the opener for both teams here at the Centennial Cup, of course, in Summerside PEI.
The North of 53 Co-op is not just a building, card lock, or food store. They're a group of people working together to help their neighbors build our community. And they're proud supporters of the Flin Flon Bombers during their Centennial Cup run. The North of 53 Co-op is built by you and for you, and offers the products and services needed by us. That's why it's not just a catchphrase, it's a fact. At the North of 53 Co-op, you're at home there.
Northland Ford proudly supports the Flin Flon Bombers throughout the Centennial Cup. We know that the Bombers will play tough like the Ford F-150, the toughest truck on the market for over 40 years. Northland Ford helping the community cheer on the Bombers as they work to bring the Centennial Cup to the best fans in the country, and they provide you with the best selection on their lot. In the North, for the North, Northland Ford, the dealership you tell your friends about.
McMunnin Yates Building Supplies is proud to be supporting the Flin Flon Bombers. They know that the Bombers won't hold back and will make everyone proud in the Centennial Cup. And just like the Bombers, refuse to hold back on your spring projects. Find hot deals on everything you need to get started, from bold paints to new tools and flooring to a new toilet. Celebrate 55 years of business with the McMunnin Yates Big Anniversary Sales Event. And go Bombers go!
In 1927, Hudbay began and then grew with properties under exploration, development, and operation. Hudbay is proud to be a sponsor of this Flin Flon Bombers Centennial Cup broadcast. Through active participation, bursaries, and donations, Hudbay is proud to continue its 99-year history of supporting the community, its organizations, and its people. Hudbay wishes the best for the Bombers and their fans, built on the strengths of today and tomorrow. Go Bombers, go!
Alrighty, welcome back here to Credit Union Place. Keith Yeager's got the honors. We'll do our Flin Flon Insurance 3-star selection today, Keith. Who do you like at number 3?
Well, at third, even though we're on the wrong side of the score, I've got 2 Bombers and 1 guy from Longueuil. But third star, I've got Connor Miller. He was great in the face-off draw, had easily the most shots for the Bomber, and was definitely the best guy on the ice for both teams.
Yeah, he played very well. Of course, had that crossbar, too, don't forget, back in the first period.
Yeah, that was so close. You're 2 or 3 inches away from having the lead in the first period. It might have been a different game.
Star number 2.
Star number 2 is coming also from the Bombers. I got Charlie Tritt. I mean, even though we only faced 12 shots, he had to come up big a couple of times in the first period to keep it a 0-0 score. I didn't face much in the third, but yeah, he still played well. He had to be good when he was, and he only had that one, which is a deflection, and when it's a deflection, you can never blame the goalie.
Well, we talked about it. Again, it wasn't going to be a pretty goal to win it. That's why you get your stick in and redirected, no chance, and give Longueuil credit. What they need to do today, they did. That leaves us with star number 1. And again, if you listen to the game or watch the game today, probably not much of a surprise who your first star is going to be.
Yeah, first star is going to be the goalie for Longueuil, Mathis Lacroix-Goulet, with 26 saves. He was incredible all game. I mean, there was times where the Bombers weren't generating a lot of great opportunities, but when they did, he was there, and that one on Leo Seitz was the save of the game.
Yeah, at a crucial time.
Yeah, there was 4 minutes left in the game, and he had wide open from in the slot.
All right, so the Flin Flon Insurance 3-star selection. Connor Miller, great for Flin Flon again, flying all over the place here today. Had a crossbar, like we said earlier. Boy, I'm sure he'd love to get that chance back again. Star number 3, the Bomber netminer Charlie Tritt, star number 2. And, of course, the terrific goaltender, Matthias Lacroix-Goulet. From Longueuil, star number 1, 26 saves. The biggest reason why they're able to blank the Bombers here in the tournament opener. Frontline Sport and Leisure Warrior of the game.
I've got Landon Alexander.
Okay.
He was all over tonight, throwing body checks, doing his usual thing, penalty killing. He was all part of it. And even when he lost the blade, the effort he put to get in off the ice, I'd still be laying on the ice if I'd have lost the blade. I wouldn't be anywhere near it.
You know what? He nailed Poirier late, and I give Poirier credit. He stayed on his feet.
He did, yes. There's so many times where you see Alexander throw hits and good, clean, solid hits, and guys don't get back up. And that he definitely took a hard one there and kept right on going.
There you go. The Frontline Sport and Leisure Warrior game. Landon Alexander, of course, a couple other guys come to mind. Knutson, I only got the player of the game here in-house today. He played very well. Solid. Sam Ward played good today. Lalamir.
Sean.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of Bombers stood out and played. Just couldn't get that puck past that netminder.
No, I can see Mike's on his way up here.
Well, we're going to take one last break, then we'll come back with Mike and a wrap-up, get his synopsis from the opening game, and, of course, set things up as the Bombers will take on Toronto. That'll be the Toronto Patriots. Our next game, of course, at 2 o'clock. Manitoba start time tomorrow. Toronto, we got to look at them yesterday. Keith, they're pretty offensive mind. I think it's going to be a little bit more open. And again, the scouting report on Longueuil, the notes that we have, don't give up a lot of goals. They proved that today. And when you're the second best team in the entire CJHL for goals against, you know it's going to be tough to come by, but Flin Flon had their chances.
They did have their chances, and when they did, Goulet was there. The penalty kill, again, keeping everything to the outside, not letting the Bombers get into the real good scoring chances until late in the game, and when they did, their goalie was there.
We'll take one last break. Mike Reagan will join us with a wrap-up here from Credit Union Place, the Centennial Cup, of course, once again at 102.9 CFAR and FlinFlonOnline.com.
McDonald's and Flin Flon want to congratulate the Flin Flon Bombers on winning their first league championship in 33 years. They're celebrating with a great variety of cold beverages to enjoy all summer long, including the Blackberry Passion Fruit Refresher, Strawberry Watermelon Refresher, and the Mango Pineapple Refresher. Also want to try the new Cloud Iced Coffee, a new premium iced coffee finished with silky sweet cold foam instead of cream or milk. Enjoy all these new beverages at your local McDonald's all summer long. McDonald's wants to wish the Flin Flon Bombers the best of luck at this year's Centennial Cup in Summerside, PEI.
The Orland Motel is happy to support this Bomber playoff broadcast. And they also have a wish for each of you to fall in love again with your home, whether rebuilding or settled in, to enjoy your community, take time with your neighbors, and celebrate your friends. The North is a beautiful and unique way of life with deep roots and simple pleasures. So enjoy the Orland Motel. So proud to be part of our communities.
Go, Bomber, go!
There are many ways for you to support our local SPCA. Adoption will allow you to feel the joy from an animal and serve as their forever home. Cash donations are always accepted, as well as donations of pet food, cat litter, and cleaning supplies like bleach, paper towels, and unscented wipes. Our SPCA receives no government funding and relies entirely on the donations of our community. To find the best way to offer support, visit Flin Flon Creighton and Area SPCA on Facebook. This message brought to you by Art O'Donnell in support of the SPCA and the SJHL champion Flin Flon Bombers.
Great North GM is one of the leading new and used vehicle dealers and Flin Flon Bombers supporters in northern Manitoba. Equipped with a highly trained and professional sales department, they also have multiple certified trained technicians on site to make sure you get the best service for your car, truck, or SUV at an amazing price. Visit Great North GM in Nepaul on LaRose Avenue today, because it's always a great day to cheer on our Bombers to go all the way in the Centennial Cup at Great North GM.
Chicken Chef are big supporters of the Flin Flon Bombers, even going as far as feeding the team. This means they understand what it takes to feed hungry guests. So let Chicken Chef take feeding everyone off your to-do list for those long overdue reunions, important sports team windups, and even your wedding. Chicken Chef supporting the Flin Flon Bombers at the Centennial Cup. Good luck, Bombers, from Chicken Chef.
And Mike Reagan, the head coach of the Flin Flon Bombers, has joined us here for the Great North post-game report, of course, Centennial Cup edition. Mike, and we were just chatting before we went to air. Pretty good hockey game here today. You had some really good looks, especially late in the third. You probably thought you were going to tie it up there with the chances and the looks you were getting.
Yeah, I thought that probably deserved a little bit better here today. I liked our effort. I liked our game. you know, they got a good goaltender who came up with a couple big saves. We hit a post, had a couple that just deflected wide. I thought one of them went in there late and that, but, you know, can't fault the effort. I thought we carried a lot of the play. I thought that we had them on their heels a lot of times. They did block a lot of shots, that's for sure. And it's unfortunate that, you know, the difference in the game is a deflection power play goal, you know, that just seemed to, I don't know, find a way in, you know, and yeah, it's a tough one for sure, but I liked our game. I thought we played well.
I'm sure if I was to say to you before the game, Mike, that you'd hold them to less than 15 shots, you'd like your chances.
Oh, yeah. I mean, 12 shots against, like...
2 in the third period.
Yeah, I think 2 in the third, 5 in the second, and...
5 in the first.
Yeah. You know, we've been a great defensive team all year, and, you know, definitely didn't play bad defensively, so... just got to find a way to score.
Yeah, that's just how it goes. Like we mentioned, at this tournament, it's going to be tougher. It'll be mentioned, of course, Longueuil, very good defensive team. You mentioned their goalie, but obviously they play pretty good style in front of them, too. You took it to a physical. They came back with a few big hits. Were you surprised that they kind of counter with a few big hits of their own?
Not really. I mean, in Estevan, there, the Longueuil team that we saw there, I mean, was extremely physical. I mean, I think for them, they know we're going to be a physical team, so for them, I mean, they don't have a choice. You either hit or get hit, you know, and obviously our physicality, there's no question that we're happy with that. We did what we do, and we just couldn't find a way to score. So hopefully, you know, we get a little more success tomorrow. Big game tomorrow.
You know, we talk about the game, too. We talk about the crossbar. How about that chance by White? Stitt in 17 seconds in, Mike.
Yeah.
What an opportunity that was. He got a really good look and got in free there.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think that, you know, I liked our start. I thought that was, you know, obviously a good chance. And, you know, maybe if you find one early on, it's a completely different game. You know, going into this game, we did our homework and, you know, talked to a few people, and they said, you know, you got to try to score early on this guy because he's very sharp and he looked very confident in that.
Fair enough. But you don't have long to wait to get back on the ice, Mike. You'll take on Toronto tomorrow. And, I mean, we saw them play yesterday a little bit more. I'm assuming, I mean, just from a prediction standpoint, probably get a little bit more of a wide-open game. I don't think they play the tight defensive style that Longueuil does.
No, they're more of a run-and-gun type style. They like to get up ice. They like to cheat for offense. You know, that's something we got to be aware of. You know, got to be good structurally, defensively, and make sure that, you know, we're not giving up any breakaways or anything like that, because they will take their chances. I think it's important you jump on their D-man, you know, take away time and space against them. So, yeah, we got to regroup and just be a little bit better tomorrow.
Connor Miller flying all over the place again. Great game for him today. I thought Lalamier. I mean, again, a lot of guys played very well. Mike, I've got to be frustrating when you get, especially your team with the success you've had. You don't get shut out often, but the chances were there.
Yeah, no, you're right, Hardy. I mean, besides for the score, I couldn't have asked for anything more. You know, I thought we played a heck of a game. You know, you play that game again, probably win it, you know, 2-1 or 2-0, and, you know, but that's this type of hockey at this time of the year. One mistake can be the difference in a game.
And I think you got to look at it from the perspective too, Mike. I mean, I know you want to win all the games, but it's just one game. There's plenty more tournaments still to go.
No, for sure. But, you know, when you lose a game, puts more pressure on the next one, you know. So, yeah, in my opinion, you got to win 2 games here to advance into the next round, and hopefully we can pick up our first win tomorrow.
Sounds good, Mike. Great effort. Not the best result, but hoping for a better result tomorrow.
Yep, thanks, Hardy.
Mike Reagan, the head coach here of the Bombers, as we wind things down here from Credit Union Place. Again, Longueuil, the 1-0 victory. A power play marker by Bolio, the difference here today. That's going to do it for our broadcast. A big thanks to Mike for his comments before and after the game. As well, a great opportunity to catch up with Joey Lees, our Creighton Pizza player profile, the opening intermission. And Tanner Dorian, on behalf of the host committee, is doing a wonderful job here in Somerset.
Summerside. Joining us in the second intermission here, of course, today. And can't thank Raphael Soy enough. Back at CFAR Control. Outstanding job there once again. Manning things on the airwaves and via the net as well. So hockey fans all over the world, all Bomber fans all over the world can listen to FlinFlonOnline.com and I believe the PawOnline.com jumping in to help us out with a little extra assistance as well. So, full marks to Longueuil. Deserved the 1-0 victory today. Their goaltender was that good, Goulet. The difference maker, 26 saves as they blanked the Bombers 1-0. Flin Flon right back at her tomorrow against the Toronto Patriots. And like Mike said, a running gun team should be a very exciting game. That'll be at 2 o'clock Manitoba start time tomorrow, which means we're on the air with our pregame courtesy of Great North at 1:45. So again, thank you for listening to Centennial Cup coverage from Summerside. And enjoy your weekend. And we'll look forward, of course, to having more folks back tomorrow. Bombers in Toronto all set to go at 2 o'clock. We're on the air at 1:45 here from beautiful Summerside.